This is Approaching Troy. You're listening to PPRN Radio.
Here's to Peter, here's to Peter, here's to Peter, he's a horse's ass. He is the meanest, sucks at a horse's penis. Here's to Peter, he's a horse's ass.
Yay!
You may take a break. Not us. We never take a break. We're always on. PPRNradio.net. Music 24/7.
Found the road to nowhere, and I'm trying to escape. I get back when I heard thunder, but I'm down to one last breath. And with it, let me say, hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking, far down. I'm looking down now that it's over, reflecting on all of my mistakes. I thought I found the road to somewhere in His grace. I cried out, heaven save me, but I'm down to one last breath.
Oh, God, outstanding. You suck! Go to hell!
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking,
All the good singers go crazy. Found this guy in a hotel room.
Dead?
No. Just spitting out some fucked up shit.
Well, he is singing about being 6 feet under, so.
It's about his kid, right?
I don't know.
Does he have the ex-wife cunt syndrome?
I don't know.
You think maybe he's got to act like he's a little more crazy than he really is, just for publicity reasons?
No.
He's truly
crazy.
emotionally upset.
Yeah. Listen to his music. Every song's like this.
Well, I think the drummer's the best one in that group.
How would you even know?
I don't know. I just thought I'd say that just to see if anybody agreed. Anybody agree?
Bob?
I don't think he's that particularly a good singer.
No?
No.
How come?
I just don't like that kind of singing.
Oh, you don't like that music?
Yeah. I
That's
mean, it's
funny,
basically yelling.
Bob loves hip-hop, but he hates metal. I love that.
I like good metal.
Man, how long have you had that Cubs jersey? Because it's tight.
This isn't Cubs.
I mean,
This is Bears.
Bears, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I had the right city.
It's supposed to fit tight. It's a wind jacket.
He's 70.
Is he angry tonight?
No.
He's a little angry.
Mad at something? You got sitting bitch face. Resting bitch face.
Resting.
RBF.
Resting, I don't know.
He's got RBF.
Don't.
He took him off.
Come on.
He took him off.
Can't.
Come on, we're down to 4 people now.
We're going to be hitting each other hard all night. There's nobody here.
Tonight's a test. Yes, today's a test.
I've got tight things that I've had forever, like from high school that I won't give up.
This is a large. I wear a large in everything.
Pretty much everything I have right now is tight, so.
Well, not everything.
Oh.
Except this shirt.
You had 2
No,
kids.
no.
Hey.
No.
That's tight. I'm kidding.
Don't you do the clothes?
Listen, I know it's not tight like it was.
Oh,
but
it is.
You don't have to be a dick about it.
I didn't say it wasn't tight.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time she moved on to a larger penis. I've had 2 kids. I need a big dick, not yours. I'm after the big dick, man.
She had a big dick. She divorced him.
Maybe that's why it's loose.
Different kind of dick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He's a
gotcha.
big dick, all right.
Yeah.
What's up, Eddie?
What's up?
I see the Puerto Rican nation coming in full force.
We're trying, man. We're
20
trying.
likes in 2 days.
A little more than 20, but
Was it more than 20?
oh, definitely more than 20. Definitely more. It's got to be more than 20. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just saying that.
I thought it was 20.
Was it just 20?
You can tell it's Eddie's people. Everything has a vowel at the end of it. Correndo Patela Alejandro Morales likes PPRN Radio.
Slowly but surely. Tomorrow I'm going to be announcing the show. I'm going to go live and announce it.
All right,
so,
let me talk to you about something.
So we'll get some more love tomorrow as well.
What's going on with you?
Talk to me. What's up? What do you want to talk about?
If I had $1 for every time you said leader on Friday, I'd be fucking
Oh
rich.
man,
What happened?
I was. What did I say? I was in my feelings.
Knucklehead?
No, it's just. I just feel that that the quote unquote leaders of my community don't show enough love to the younger generation coming up because they're too focused on themselves. And so what happens is the young generation feel like they're not being looked at or listened to. And then in turn, that's when you have people doing things that they shouldn't be doing, because when they don't get attention the right way, then they go about it the wrong way.
It's almost the same thing as what the people think of millennials nowadays.
No, yeah, it is.
The problem is, and this is what goes on with all this racist shit, because there's 2 or 3 in the cop thing and everything. There's 2 or 3 bad.
Yeah,
Everybody thinks it's a whole generation of millennials.
yeah,
Because it's not that. There's bad in everything in this world. There's bad and there's good. That's why we have cops. That's why we have achievements.
yeah,
When you do something good, you're supposed to get an achievement award.
yeah.
When you drop a football and fumble it, you shouldn't get a trophy or an achievement award and get a pat in the back saying, well, at least you tried. No.
Yeah, but
You failed.
Yeah, but in the world that we live in today, there's 8th, 9th, and 10th place trophies, and that's
wrong.
That's a mistake.
That's wrong.
It is.
It
It
should
is.
be 1 through 3 like it always been, and
It
that's
should.
it.
Yes, definitely. But we don't do that because we
It should only be one.
It should be only one winner.
Yeah, that's it. You know, and the rest need to try harder. But we don't do that anymore.
How
But
about no trophies?
No, because you should get something for
Yeah,
accomplishing
you get the
something.
first place. You get your first place.
I don't care
You get
who
to
you
walk
are.
there because them trophies go in the garbage anyways. After
I don't care
10
who
years.
you are. Every human being wants to hear they're doing good.
I
Some
just
need
threw
it
out all my
more-
trophies from high school.
Some need it more than others, but every human being needs to know that they're doing good, because if you go to work 5 days, like my job, you go to work 5 days a week, and only time you ever hear from your supervisor is if you do something wrong.
Good.
So now you're doing 5 months, and the only interaction you have with your leader is a meeting for 1 hour a week, and it's not like a one-on-one meeting; it's a meeting with 30 people.
Yeah.
So you don't know if you're doing good, if you don't know if you're doing bad, you just don't know.
Well, I guess if you're not getting in trouble, then you're doing well.
But see, that's the problem. I need me personally. I need to know that I'm doing good, because a lot of people won't tell you anything because they just need a body.
Yeah.
So if I'm out there doing things, I'm not saying every day, but once in a while, you need to hear, "Damn, man, you did good yesterday."
Why do you need to be told you're good? So you get more work?
Not because of me. Not me. Me personally. I'm saying, in general, every human needs that. Some need more, some need less. Of that positive.
I won't disagree with you.
I need it all the time. Sorry.
It's nice to get a little pat on the back. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you're doing a good job. Keep it up.
I used to review my people once a month. Individually, I'd sit down with them and I'd tell them what
And you
they were
probably
doing.
had a good work team.
I had a great work team.
There you go.
It was like I hired 18 people when I took over the 3 departments, and when I left, the only people that left my departments didn't leave the company. They were promoted into other areas of the company. So I just kept replacing them, and I never had to fire anybody, and I never had anybody quit or leave.
And
in
so
10 years.
And so what I see is that we spend way too much energy in highlighting all the negativity that's going on. If we do it on social media all the time, we share all these fights and all these things, but we don't share the good things enough. And so we just bring to light all the bad stuff that the youth or the millennials are doing, and so it gives us a bad look. So the ones that are doing well, they don't get that pat in the back, or they don't get any kind of that love, because we focus too much on the negative stuff.
But the problem is, I'll give you a perfect example. The problem is with this generation, our generation. Well, you're not my generation.
I'm not. No.
My generation raised these millennials, and I'm gonna give you a perfect example of why we're to blame, because Ricky and I Friday went to the gym, wanted to get breakfast, went to the first McDonald's to get breakfast, went there, and it was 4 people with 30 cars. So we got aggravated because they weren't moving fast enough. There were people just standing. So we went to another McDonald's.
Wait a second now. Wait, you went to a drive-through?
No, we went in because we saw the drive-thru was busy. We
Okay.
went in and it was busy there.
Okay.
So we went to another one around the corner. And we walked in, and I knew off the bat, but Ricky doesn't like me, thinks I'm always negative, because I ended up being 90% right. I think that's why she gets mad at me. So we walk in, and this lady is just standing by the register looking. Not even lady, she's a kid. Standing at the register looking, and I said, oh, here we go. Here we go. And Ricky's like, okay, can I get the Chipotle burger? Do you want, what did she say? Do you want
Grilled or crispy?
Grilled or crispy? Burger. Oh. We don't, I don't know. Hold on. And Ricky's like, so I guess you don't have the Chipotle burger. She goes, oh, crispy or no, it's the burger. So then Ricky's like, when Ricky goes, oh, Ricky's sarcastic. You know how she gets. Oh, I guess you don't have the Chipotle then, huh? Let me look and see what else I got.
Not Ricky.
So then I go, I want sausage McMuffin with hash. We don't have hash browns. It's breakfast, right?
Breakfast all day long.
They're so good too. Those hash browns. Oh my God.
I know. At McDonald's after the gym. I know. All right, make fun of us.
No. They're good. I fucking love those hash browns.
Yeah, they give me
But the
heartburn.
point was, is she didn't have any pride in her job.
How
And
old
if
was she?
Maybe 22, 23.
Wow.
But she didn't listen because,
She was incapable.
no, her parents didn't make her. Like my daughter yesterday went on a temper tantrum. And now my ex-wife is calling me to try to fix it. And I'm like, that's 19 years too late. You didn't let me discipline her when she was a kid. Now this is what you created. You stopped her from talking to me for 6 years. This is what you created. Now you want me to get into a car at 7 o'clock at night and drive to Litchfield to go look for my daughter, who will not look or talk to me about shit like this. She's missing a father figure, so she was crying about her boyfriend that was giving her a problem. So what am I going to do that she hasn't talked to me in 6 years? We just started talking again.
Well, you get in the car, you drive to Litchfield, and you find her. And she goes, God damn, I have
But
a
the
dad.
problem is, by the time I got to Litchfield, the situation already would have been
So what?
handled.
But you made that effort, and she'd go, God damn, I have a dad.
No, I picked up the phone and we talked.
You got her on the phone.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
but she
Just
picked
as
up
good.
for me.
Just as good.
But as soon as I said, why are you acting this way, she hung up because she thought I was going to go into dad mode.
Which you should have been doing.
That's Ricky. I won't back down. I don't give a fuck if we haven't talked. I'll see you another 6 years.
Well, I mean,
if
it's
it
not-
saves your life, I don't give a fuck.
It's not bad to ask somebody that's upset what's upsetting you right now.
But the problem is so I'm giving you all these extra side stories.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
problem is Ricky even said it last night. They only want you to be around when it's time to be the bad guy.
Welcome to being dad. Welcome to being dad.
And I said to my ex, I said, look, you need to kick her out. She drives her from Litchfield to Waterbury, Yukon every day. You need to stop that right away, because now you stop that. She can get a grant. She can go live in a dorm. She was living at Marist. She didn't want to be there.
They just built some nice dorms in Waterbury.
Oh, she lived in Marist. She came home because of this kid. I know she did. Okay? So she can go, and I told her, why don't you relocate to UNH? Even if you get a dorm, you're across the street from us. Okay.
Very, very expensive.
She's paying for UConn, dude. What's more expensive?
Even Southern. She could've
UNH
gone
is a
to
private
Southern.
university.
Oh, is it?
It's not a state university. It's much more expensive than UConn for a Connecticut resident.
So is Hartford.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Southern's right there too.
Right.
Yeah, Southern then.
Southern's
Forget
a
it.
good school.
Southern's fine. Southern's a
Yeah.
great school.
So there you go. So go to Southern. She's 5 minutes from us.
Right.
But the problem is, like, all right, so don't go to Southern. You can live, my mother lives 5 minutes from campus at UConn in Town Plot. She can take the bus. I said, why don't you go live with, it's right there. I said, why don't you go live with Bubba for the winter? Bubba's Portuguese, it's grandmother. Go live with Bubba for the school year.
Vava.
Vava. Go live with Vava for the school year, and then
Real
when
close
you're
to
done,
Velva.
when you're done, go back home.
The
You know why
vagina-
she won't live there? Because my mother is me.
Yeah.
She'll discipline her. So this is when you were saying leaders. I really find it hard to see that there's going to be a lot of, let's say, good leaders in the future.
We say that of every generation.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand that, but what it is that we get so caught up in the way that we do things that we don't think that the next generation is going to be able to hold their own. And they are, because there were leaders before you. So the leaders that came before you probably thought the same thing about you coming up as the leader. Like, oh, man, he's probably going to fuck shit up.
But
know
do
what
you
I mean?
notice any initiative from these kids?
Yes.
Yeah,
You do?
Yes, I
Not
do.
all of them, but some of them, yes.
Yes.
It's the same.
But
It's the
but
Same as we were.
but we
But aren't you rewarding them by giving them a leadership role?
but we spent no, and that's what we're not doing. And so we turn around and just spend more energy in highlighting the negative things that the negative kids are doing and saying that's why, because of them.
That's what Mike just said. That's being a father. That's what
No, no.
parents do.
No, but
No,
it takes
no,
one
no,
bad
no.
apple to ruin the whole damn
Yeah.
bushel. I mean, that's just the way. That's human nature. How many times did one guy say something in class, the whole class got punished? That's just, and it sucks. It really sucks. And you can't just limit. You can't just say we're doing it to just this generation. We've done it to every generation.
It happens all the time. I'm 70 years old. I've seen I don't know how many generations coming up, and I've seen some guys in a generation that were just lazy ass bums.
You have the same
Okay.
characters.
And then you've got other ones in the same generation that work their ass off. Why? Because they've got a different kind of parenting. Okay, they had two parents or one parent who was on the right page, or they had two parents that were on the same page. That's the difference.
And you can't always nail it down to parents because there are emotional things that we developments in the brain that some listen, I have a brother, okay, that was literally fucked up from the beginning.
Yes.
From the beginning. I mean, he just
There's no
could,
trace of that.
he could not tell the difference between right and wrong, okay? And that's a big problem.
I'm not arguing with you on that. But
Yeah.
for the most part, if you get good parenting, you're going to turn out a good kid.
If you give him love.
It's not just giving them love; it's giving them discipline too.
Well, giving
Yeah,
him
but
yeah,
you
well
can-
that's
You
that's
can
hard
have
work.
good parenting, but you ever notice the children that have cops as parents are the worst?
Or their dads are preachers.
Like when you have a parent that's positive and
Him preaching
involved
goes,
in
fuck.
the kids are the worst sometimes. Well, most of the time that I knew of growing up. All my friends, their fathers
Well,
were
yeah, but you don't
cops
know
or-
what kind of parenting they're getting.
No, but they're
Okay.
cops are supposed to have like some sort of morals.
No,
and
no,
we
no.
got good drugs. 'Cause one
Cops
was a
get.
detective.
You got to realize something, okay? I've known a lot of police who were parents, and they weren't good parents because they get so jaded from their job that they don't really give a shit anymore. They want to go home and drink, and that's it.
That was my grandfather was a Fairfield cop and the biggest alcoholic.
And they're the biggest philanderers too. They really are. I mean, it's just known. It's like you could ask 10 women who cheats, and they'll say cops cheat.
Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Rican. Oh, but
Except for Eddie, I think he's white.
That Puerto Rican culture. I mean, I can't
think he's
even.
white.
I can't even come close to describing that.
What was the Kay? Where'd you guys go this week? What was the selfie?
The what? I'm sorry.
The selfie.
Oh, the selfie was from the show a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, the dance show we did a couple weeks ago.
So
Yeah.
Ricky and I got tickets to Kevin James for Sunday.
Who's Kevin James? And what day is Sunday?
Ew.
King of Queens.
Who's Kevin James?
I thought that was him. I love him.
King of Queens.
Yeah.
Fat guy?
Yeah.
fat
Yeah,
guy.
he's kind of funny.
We got tickets, and could you imagine the biggest storm of the fucking year happens on that day? So we ain't driving to Manhattan on that fucking day, so we lost them.
Man, it was it was
They were free.
blowing.
They were
Well,
$100 tickets.
We
they
wouldn't
were
have got
free.
there in time anyway.
Well,
We
you
would
work.
have.
You work.
I know, but they were free.
Why didn't you call me? I
you
sat
you
around.
couldn't even get to Shelton. Are you going to get to New York City?
I'll buy a train ticket. I'll leave from Brewster.
You had to be there at 6:30, though. This company that I go through, you have to be there at 6. You have to be there when they do the calling. If you miss it, then you
I will go to the city.
You drive
I
all the
will
way to New
borrow
York
money
for
to
that.
go see a show.
So we got we're on a waiting list for his show now, which tapes on a Friday.
Oh, it's a taping of a show you're going
No,
to?
no.
How
The first one was his stand-up. He did
Okay.
stand-up for 2 hours Sunday.
How is it? 2 hours stand up, man. That's a lot of material.
Yeah.
It is.
Holy cow, Jesus.
All comedians that are big do that kind of.
Well, yeah, they do.
Chris Rock
They
did
got a
3
lot of
hours,
writers.
I think.
They got a lot of writers.
They're funny though. Kevin James is funny.
No, it's the funniest guy I ever saw in my life. Literally, I spent the entire time on my knees with my hand on the seat in front of me, laughing where no sound was coming out because you've lost all your wind and you cannot stop laughing, but it's just like you're dry heaving almost.
Okay.
George Carlin.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, my God.
And I told you
That
the story
guy
about,
ruined me, man.
I told you the story about Carlin, right?
No.
At Sacred Heart, we had a concert scheduled with the Four Tops, and Carlin was going to be the opening act. Well, one of the guys from the store, the Four Tops, got arrested for drugs.
Aw.
And
Didn't they know we had a concert?
They didn't show. Okay, so Carlin's there. He says, "I'll do it," and he went out and did a 2-hour show. At the end of the show, we told anybody who wasn't satisfied that they could have their money back for the tickets. Nobody asked for the tickets back.
No shit. Wow.
This was back in 1970. 1970. It was 1970.
By the way, I'm playing music because Mike said it sounds better in the background.
I said that?
Yeah, you
did.
said it last week.
Yeah, he did.
You forget when you give compliments, don't you?
I think it was the other Mike. I think it was.
Oh,
No, it
was
was
it?
him.
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him. I
Yeah.
remember him
he
saying
said,
that.
"Oh my
Yeah.
God, the show sounds good with background music."
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and we agreed.
We did agree.
Yeah.
Well, I like it, but I'm
That's when
surprised
we
I
made
said
fun
that.
of Max.
Because sometimes I get lost in the music and I forget what's being said.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like you would start singing along or something.
Yeah, well, I'm on the music and
Yeah.
then somebody says something, I got no response, and I'm like, oh, what'd you say?
Back to Eddie's video, he's like, "Oh, so I'm gonna delete this when I'm done. Why make the video?"
Well, because well, you know why? Because I wanted to kind of get my frustration out and see who was listening and see what people said, because I know a lot of people agree with me, but I don't want someone to backlash that might come from it, because some people may know that I'm talking about them, because I am talking about specific people.
And that's the point.
Yeah, I know to a certain extent though, because I do.
Yeah,
have,
but how do they get a wake-up call if they can't hear it?
I don't need them to get a wake up call. I just wanted to get that shit out of my chest.
Yeah, but
You know.
Why don't
So-
you name names?
So
No.
I have a topic I want to talk about.
Not yet. All I will say is this. For me, a true leader that knows that somebody's coming up under them and wants to be a leader as well, takes them under their wing, talks to them, and helps them be able to carry the torch afterwards.
You know what my motto was when I was a supervisor in Florida? Ask Manny. My manager used to get mad at me because I used to hang with the techs. I was a supervisor for cable. 20 techs. My manager would get mad at me because he'd be like, "You can't be friends with these people." I'm like, "Oh, why not? Why can't I be friends with them?" And then I found out why. Certain people you can't be friends with, okay? Because they take, like, Manny was one of them. Like, "Yo, can I call in sick?" "No, motherfucker." No,
Yeah.
you know. But I always said and I always use a military, a good general doesn't go home until his soldiers are back from the field. Like, if you had 20 techs and 3 of them were still out, you didn't go home until they were all there.
Of course.
But I always said, and my manager always asked, they were like, "Where do you see yourself?" Every interviews, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?"
Yeah.
I see myself with this job and me taking someone on and training them the whole time I'm doing it, so I can move up and not have to worry about
Yeah, of course.
who's going to take over.
Of course.
That's what I always dreamed of.
Yeah.
Well, that's the sign of a good manager. You've got to train your replacement because otherwise they're not going to promote you.
Because that one's going to be under you still. So
Yeah.
you
Well,
know what I mean?
but in the real world, he's an exception, especially in the corporate world. Bob's an exception. In leadership roles, we all have idealistic the way it should be, and it should be the way you're saying. But in a lot of cases, leaders looking at other people that could do their job don't want to give you kudos because they don't want to lose their leadership position. You get transferred out of jobs. You get because you are good, you get ostracized because you're too good.
Or you become homeless, live in Southbury with no food.
I got 99-cent drumsticks from Stop and Shop, bro.
I'll tell you what, drumsticks are good if you cook them right.
Oh man, I do them on the grill.
That's some shit. If they're cooking, if they're cooked right and
Do
dry,
a rubber.
They gotta be dry.
No, I like mine moist.
Okay, barbecue.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
just a little bit of KC on it at the end.
Do me a favor, guys. If you go to Chili's, don't eat the chicken and waffles. They're terrible.
I don't go to Chili's.
Good.
Their food to me is just.
Let's do your song because I want to do a topic on people of. Because your video actually inspired me to come up with I never come up with skits or topics.
Yeah.
This one I did.
Good.
Yeah. So
Let's do
you
it.
inspired me. I was that. Your video helped me.
See? So it did help, even though I erased it
watched
afterwards.
it. I
it
couldn't
helped.
let it go. I was taking a shit.
I know. I saw you on there.
I was taking a shit. I was like, come on, man. I got to go take a shit. So he ain't going to shut up talking, so I took you with me in the bathroom.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I hope he doesn't realize he's in the bathroom with me.
I enjoyed it.
Whatever you did to that, it's nice and loud now.
I just turned it up.
Oh, good. Oh, you still did something.
Figured out where that knob was.
Tonight's a night with just the crew. We'll take some shit and drink some brew.
Yeah.
Who knows where the topics come from? We all know it won't be glum. PPRN, we're having fun. We'll put your troubles on the run.
My Krispy Kreme mama got raped by my McDonald's
Peter.
daddy.
Peter Pinho, he is our host.
He's an asshole.
Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry.
Could someday be coast to coast.
Bitch.
He runs the board and starts a talk. And someday soon he'll walk the walk.
God, you could be such a douche.
PPRN, we're having fun. We'll put your troubles on the run.
Peter takes big shits too.
True story.
Ricky Pinho is his blushing pride.
Olivia?
That's why she sits by his side.
You suck!
She brings the twins all the time.
How'd you like to come down here and get naked for us?
And that gives me an easy rhyme.
I'm a stripper.
PPRN, we're having fun. We'll put your troubles on the run.
We can do this one of two ways. I can bust your balls to
You do that anyway. Mike Sacco built our phallic table.
Mom!
That's not just another fable.
Louis!
I didn't know it was going to look like a penis.
His humor can be on tonic.
And dry.
It often can be quite a tonic.
Thank you. Thank you.
PPRN, we're having fun. We'll put the troubles on the run. Ah-ha.
Hey, shut up.
Eddie Martinez has a quick wit.
Never gets off his phone, though.
It sometimes leads us to a bit.
Totally legit.
He works very hard to stay fit.
Pimple on his face.
He stays until it's time to split. PPRN, we're having fun. We'll put the troubles on the run. Ah-ha.
I need a gun.
I'm Uncle Bob, I wrote this ditty. I hope that it has been witty.
Who the fuck is this?
Wow.
The death pool looms over my head,
Like an albatross.
and it always will till I'm dead. PPRN, we're having fun. We'll put the troubles on the run. Ah-ha. PPRN, we're having fun. We'll put the troubles on the run. Ha-ha.
When you go, can we taxidermy you and mount you?
Good so
I
far.
guess I don't care. Well,
Good
no,
so
no.
far.
I'm gonna be cremated and just thrown to the wind.
No, we're gonna stuff you and mount you like a bear.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I keep doing that.
That was a funny one. I remember that.
Oh, the cartoon?
Yeah.
Still hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Open the door.
And he works out, so you can't say it's a fat person thing.
Come on.
God.
I got the temperature right here. What does it say? It says 66.
No way.
It's 66 degrees.
Not
No
me.
way.
It's 66 degrees.
What
No.
happened? You're wearing a sweatshirt, Peter.
That's true, too. What about him?
Yeah, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing a T-shirt.
Oh, you're also Latin, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just hot-blooded.
The Latin heat.
Hot-blooded. Isn't that how it goes?
There's a blemish on your face. What's up with that?
There is.
It's all the beard.
No.
It's a pimple.
It's on the other side.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I
That
know,
thing's got
I know.
its own zip code.
I
dog.
know. I think it's crazy.
Don't fuck with it. Leave it
No,
alone.
that was the problem. That's the problem.
You're messing with it.
Yeah.
Like everybody. Don't mess with
Yeah.
your pimple, man. There's a time to mess with it. And you guys get way too
Yeah, I didn't.
eager.
I didn't mess with it.
You guys meaning Spanish or you guys meaning
men?
all men?
Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know another guy that gets a pimple and he makes it 4 times as worse.
Yeah, it wasn't me this time though. It was my girlfriend. She just.
I get MRSA. I tried
I
to
was laying
pop
down and she just started, messing around.
She
and-
messed around with your pimple?
Yeah.
Damn, man. Just like point at your dick and say, mess with this, fuck my pimple.
That's what I should have said, right?
I mean, fucking don't touch my pimple. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because that thing looks large enough to fuck.
Fuck my face.
rest your balls on it.
Man has a clitoris on his face, man. It's unbelievable.
Okay,
Spanish one.
so I'll give you a couple of scenarios. Like I heard something on Saturday. Now this person's had 2 bars go defunct. Been doing comedy for 20 years, but still lives in Connecticut.
That's commendable.
Okay. That's what?
Commendable.
Hey,
Still living in Connecticut.
I'm gonna say no. He lives in Connecticut, not by choice.
He's got a bracelet.
No,
He's got kids. And he's
no.
divorced.
His career hasn't taken off. How's that?
It happens.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm still waiting for mine to take off.
opened a bar, lasted a year, went out of business.
Mm.
Okay, comedy club on top of it. Had Screech there. Had a bunch of famous people there. So, and this is going to lead to my topic. So I'm just trying to. I'm drawn out
You're
today.
setting
but
up.
I'm setting up. So it says to me.
Why do you have a dog penis in your hand?
So I take my picture. You saw the picture I put on the thread today, right? I take that picture. The manager says, the station manager goes, we all staff has to take a picture. Me? Yeah. Your staff, right? Okay.
You've had staph infections.
So we go there. This person's a regular on this certain show. He's a comedian once a week or once every 2 months now. So when she said staff, he had this look on his face like,
do I go for the photo or not?
yeah, but
Am I staff?
he could. Thank you. He couldn't believe that I was, because me and him known each other way before, like from 20 years ago. He's from Watertown.
Okay.
Looks. Well, first when he seen me at the table that I was working, he looks and goes, and then says, "What's up, brother?" and acted like he didn't know me. So then when he comes back around, he sees I'm working with
Claw?
No. Sees that I'm working with, he just must have thought that I had a PLO shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. So he saw you were working with
He
shocked.
saw I was working with the manager, the crew.
Yeah.
And then he comes and he says, "Oh, hey, brother, how you been? I haven't seen you in a long time." Awkward handshake.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
This is prior to the picture. So we go take the picture.
When are you going to replace that chair?
I know.
Come on now.
Christmas.
I got a nice couch you could sit on.
So the awkward moment, blah, blah, blah. So we get the picture, and then now he comes up and says, "Oh, I thought you were, like you think, all right, this guy's supposed to be big in the comic world, in Connecticut anyways. If you talk to him, he's been on cruises. He does a traveling show with one of the hosts from the #1 morning show in the state. You think he's a big deal. But you know him. You ever see those people you knew from 20 years ago, and then they act like they're bigger than they were? But you can basically go talk to them, and then they know that they're not that big. Which I give him, I give him a pat in the back for trying to make his career look bigger. That's what you're supposed to do. Even if you have 3 listeners.
You've been doing it for 6 years.
Right.
Fuck you, Pete.
That's what I said. But no, he's supposed to be up here, and you're supposed to be down here in his eyes. You know that's what he thinks, right? Yeah. So he goes, right. So then he goes, "Oh, so I thought you were doing radio." It's like, I haven't talked to this dude in 20 years. How do you know I'm doing radio?
Because you're Peter Pinho.
No, because
Everybody
I
knows
talked
that
shit
you're
about
doing.
him 5 years ago, and it must have got back to him, so he must have been following.
5 years ago on the show?
And that's what the look on his face, because I used to talk shit about that morning show. All the time.
Okay.
All the time.
All right.
So the 3 of them must have talked at one time, because the looks I get from these 3 are just weird. And I'm not saying them bad. Water under the
They got long elephant memories, these guys.
That's what I'm saying. All right. So, anyways, he goes, "Let me give you a little word of advice.
Ooh.
You don't want to be using the word fuck and this and that and this and that. There's millions of dollars in this business, and swearing is not that business."
Did you tell him to fuck off?
Listen, I have to stay professional. I don't never know what's going to... Every time I leave a show, I'm afraid I'm going to get the call.
I wouldn't have made it.
We don't need you no more.
I would have, right then, I would have said, go fuck off.
I'm waiting for that email, and I'm waiting for that fucking whatever, that backlash. Ever since UConn. So so he says, "Yeah, that's not the..." I said to myself...
First of all, you should be proud of
Oh, my God, can I tell a story?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You should be proud of you. You should be proud of you. You lasted way longer than I ever thought you would. But go ahead.
So he says there's no money in the word fuck in what you do. I said, wait a minute. Howard Stern's worth $1 billion. Howard Stern's worth $1 billion, if not more. His first 10 years of Sirius alone was $500 million. So he's worth $1 billion. Okay, that's right. Am I doing the math right?
He's worth a lot.
500 million, yeah. 500 million is 1 billion? Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
So I'm like, so the words fuck and all that. I said, so when you do your comedy show, you don't swear. Oh yeah, but that's different. It's on the road. Okay, well, if I do a show, people are in their cars, they're on the road. It's a different stage. It's just we're doing comedy. My point is, you're trying to point out what I'm doing wrong instead of worrying about what the fuck you're doing right.
Correct.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
those people
Correct.
that worry about what you're doing wrong instead of being
Focusing on what they're doing, period.
Thank you. So, all right. So you're a millionaire and I'm not, and I'm a struggling 7-year
But
podcaster.
he's not a millionaire.
No, he's not.
Okay, so I mean,
He's not. That's why I was laughing.
yeah.
Because it's like you're trying to give me advice. Your bar opened up and it closed down in a year. And it was something. It's like me opening up a radio station with $1 million and closed down in a year when that's my business. That's what I do. He opened a comedy club and even had Screech there. Remember Screech?
Yeah.
And it still failed.
Yeah, I would never fail at a bar. I don't think I could.
Even at a bar, you shouldn't fail in a year.
No, because as soon as the comedy's not funny, bring out the tits.
You do something different. So my point is
this is all I'm saying. There's always a way to make money. That's why I'm
people
broke.
need to stop. Like mine and Ricky, and besides you guys, Ricky and I, our phones never ring. I don't know about you guys.
As far as
I get one call a week.
Right, and you could be home dead, no one would know.
Right.
Unless you didn't answer the thread for a month. or if you weren't here for Tuesday.
It could be 2 weeks that I'm off the thread.
Right.
Okay,
right.
I read it every day, but I don't always.
But we would know
anything.
you're dead come Tuesday because we know that you're faithful to the show. Because you know what I'm saying?
I call you at least once a week.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying is.
Yeah. What do you
It's
say?
almost kind of a compliment because when someone's pointing out what they think you're doing wrong, when they're supposed to be bigger than you and supposed to be your mentor, because I should be looking up to him because he's got this radio show, he's got this high fucking comedy show.
He's got a radio show.
I should be looking up to him, but he's too focused on what I'm doing. So I'm asking, are those people looking at you and are they afraid? Like,
No.
are they trying to make you feel inferior?
Well, it sounds like he was trying to
I
help
don't
you.
think. I don't think he's trying to make you feel inferior. I think he's trying to make himself feel better,
superior.
Yeah. No, not necessarily superior, but better.
Well, I think he was trying to get you not to cuss.
But the fact
Maybe
of
it
the
was
matter
just that
is,
simple.
You see, the fact of the matter is, he doesn't know the environment that Peter's working in.
Exactly.
He doesn't know Peter at all, really.
He must have heard one show and thought.
But it's not an FM show. Okay,
Exactly.
if it was an FM show, you would be off the air tomorrow.
Exactly.
Okay, truthfully, that's what would happen.
Right.
Well,
And
as
fine.
as soon as they went through the recordings, anyway.
Right.
Okay, and so I mean, he has no clue because he doesn't understand. So he's talking out of his ass.
Is he talking out of jealousy or is he talking
he's
out
just-
of?
Knowing
He's
comedians,
trying to.
knowing comedians, he's talking too much.
He's trying to build himself up in his own eyes by giving you advice. Okay? What he doesn't know is that you've been doing the radio show for 7 years. Okay? And you've got more than the average number of listeners that an internet station has.
Right.
Okay? I mean, I've done a little bit of research, and the average internet station is getting about 2,500 minutes a week.
100.
25,000.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
And we're getting what? Between 60 and 70
Yeah.
a week?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has no clue about where you are, but he's trying to make himself feel better by giving you advice. Because as far as he knows, you don't have the same experience he has. But you've been doing this almost as long as he has.
I think it's human nature to give advice. Because I know I have got to curb.
Giving advice is telling you, Mike, don't comb your hair to the left.
What?
I'm worried about you. No, I'm not saying. I'm making a joke. Don't comb your hair to the left. I'm worried about you when you go out. I want you to get pussy. Not like, dude, your hair's thin. Wow. Your hair's real thin.
Peter, will you put down that red cock?
I can't. He's pointing a big giant like horse penis at me while he's talking to me. It's a little intimidating. I'm just saying that it's human nature to give advice. I know that in
I don't think it was advice.
Myself, I'm always giving advice, and I have to stop. It's like people aren't looking for advice all the time. So the guy was, hey, listen, maybe don't cuss, be careful. So he's giving you advice. And
if he had worded it that way, I could say maybe he's got a point, but
he might
he
not
obviously hasn't listened to the show because we don't cuss.
Well, then you got to
Not
say
very much.
Not like we used to.
No. Then you say, well, listen to the show. You'll find that we've grown. Or
Well,
I don't know where that advice is coming from.
But he
but I
based
don't
it on
think
from what he heard from other people, or he based it on
then
one episode.
Then you engage him on that. You see, and now.
And Peter, every once in a while, the fuck word comes up.
Of course we say fuck, right?
Yeah.
If we could, and that's
Hey,
another
who
thing.
cares? It's internet radio.
That's what I'm saying. It's another thing. People are like you can't. You don't have to use the word fuck to be funny. No, but I use the word fuck in everything I talk about. So I'm not going to just not use the word fuck. If I was in terrestrial, it would be funk. Or F this or F that. It wouldn't not be not used. Because let's face it. When Ricky is mad at something, it's not funny until she's like, blah, 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 bitch. You know when Ricky's mad because everything ends, bitch. You know what I mean? Sometimes the swear words emphasize what you're trying to get across.
Well,
but the thing is, this guy, he's been in this certain company for years trying to get in, and here I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the in or I want to be, but I'm in.
Well,
I got a payroll check today. I'm in.
Yeah, you stuck your toe in the door, and you held the door
and he
open.
didn't.
Well,
you know what it is? Because he tried to go in from the top.
Well,
he tried to go in from the 30th floor, and instead of being the janitor, he tried being the
Well, I thought you said he was on the show once a week.
Once a month.
Oh, once a month.
Right.
Okay.
But
it's still.
If he was funny, he'd be on every week.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the point is
well, he doesn't have a hook.
That's not true. I mean,
comedians can't. Let me tell you something.
We have Dave Sheehan once a month. And
comedians
he's funny.
can't do radio. Dave will tell you this right now. Dave couldn't do a show. Dave is funny at one-liners. Dave couldn't do 3 hours. There's not the station that's number one in Connecticut can't do 3 hours. They're on for 5 because there's 3.5 fucking commercials and 3.5 of sports and news.
Right.
No one can. Howard can do 3 hours. What we do for 3
does,
hours,
but what Howard does for 3 hours is some comedy, some serious interview,
like we do,
some music.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not being funny the whole time.
You can't be funny the whole time.
Nobody can.
Not even when Chris Rock is on stage is he funny the whole time.
No.
But Howard never gives up the moment. Howard is always on. He is always on the show. He knows exactly what's going on in his show. He could jump in at any time and put something funny in.
So could I watch?
Absolutely. No. Well, we're talking we're talking about Howard, not you. And I know sometimes you get that confused, but
he's about to get cut.
No,
off
I'm not.
completely,
No, I'm not. And then Mike's right. I never said.
I'm not. I didn't say that to get at you. I'm saying what's so good about Howard. It's like a baseball batter that never gives up a pitch.
I never said I was Howard, but I will admit that it's hard to do 3 hours, and there's not too many people out there that can do it. Because I can prove it in this show. I can prove it in this room alone. When I go down and drop something, everybody gets quiet.
Yeah, because of you.
Well, but you're all supposed to be hosts.
No. You never tell us, and then it's like we're not sure when to jump in or something like that.
Oh,
so.
wait. Did you hear this? Not know when to jump in, but as soon as I talk, jumps in.
Because you're engaged.
If I drop a cupcake, crickets. If I'm talking, you know what I'm saying?
Peter, we're part of the crew. You are the leader, okay? The show does rotate around you.
Of course.
Okay.
That goes without saying. I know that. But I'm saying to do even you guys without you guys. Can I do 3 hours? No, I could never do 3 hours. I'm not Rush Limbaugh.
Right.
You've never let me try.
Give me an 8-ball and some fucking beer. I can do 3 hours. All right, I'll do 3 hours. Just put a mirror in front of myself and I'll have a conversation.
You'll be talking to yourself.
Yeah. But there's not too many talk shows out there that can do 3 straight hours like we do.
Right.
There's not. And I'm not going to just say that. I'm not
but
saying that.
But we do it a lot, too. We do it a lot.
Mike, I've been doing it myself for 7 years.
Right. And there's something to be said for that body of work because you know what to expect. There's
people are like, sometimes you repeat things. Of course, we're human. We're going to repeat things once in a while.
Well, so did Howard.
Exactly. Or we're going to have something that we talk transgender and feed off of that every other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, Bob repeats himself a lot. Because he's old.
What?
Old people repeat themselves a lot.
What? So here's my point. Here's my point before we go to break.
What?
Being at this level where people think I am,
Niagara.
because I'm not rich, but being at this level that people think I am, and it could be my mentality, it could be me just being mental. Everywhere I go, like Friday and I'll admit this on here, and I hope my other job isn't listening. When I took a picture with the crew, right away I messaged Ricky. I'm saying, I don't think I deserve this, and I hope someone doesn't see this and ruin my moment. And Ricky's like, why do you always have to pick apart shit?
Right.
Because I'm going to
Enjoy
tell
it.
you, that's what she told me. But I'm going to tell you why I'm like that, because being where I am, it seems like no matter where I work, no matter where I live, no matter where I do, it always seems like someone ends up hating me without knowing me. So right away I become defensive, and I just want to, you know what I mean? I want to fight back.
Well, you see, the thing about it is what you've got to learn to do is just don't give a shit.
Yeah, man. You can't
be who you are,
and
trust who you are,
and
when somebody's negative, they're just jealous.
You do that a lot, though. I mean, you have a lot of that in
do.
you. You have a lot of that in you where you could deflect and you don't let it affect you. And then you got little things like photographs that affect you. So it's your personality is
well, it's yeah.
I'm
you know,
fucking
I mean,
bipolar, I think.
Well, no. You just want a lot of affirmation, like you were talking about earlier, about being on the job and wanting to hear that you're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
That's the need for the affirmation, okay? And what happens is if somebody's negative at all, that gets blown out of proportion. The fact of the matter is you're still getting 70,000 fucking minutes a week when the average internet station is getting 25,000 minutes a week. You're getting more than double what the average station is getting. Says something about what you're doing.
We're all doing.
Yeah, it's funny sometimes because you could just you could be really solid on things that happen in here and not make any apologies on it. Where in some areas I think you
But
wait, let me finish. In some areas I think that you should make an apology.
Why are you so quiet?
I'm listening. I'm waiting for my turn to jump in.
And you know and that to me is amazing. It's like, wow, man, I thought he owed an apology on that, and he doesn't. And that's to say that's very Trump-like of you.
Dick.
but then there's other.
I thought you would like that.
But there's other things. There's other things that you do, like that little photograph that affect you because you don't think you deserve it. And it's like, for me, it's like it's really like opposing emotions that don't mix together.
Right, but why do I when the manager came up to me and said, "You have to take a picture. It's a staff picture."
Yeah.
Right away, I was like, "Why? What did I do? I'm not staff."
Yeah, you are.
But I am.
Your weekend staff, man, really important.
I'm not. In my head, I messaged Ricky. I'm like, I don't know, maybe
it's too new to you. It's too new to you.
No, it's the UConn thing affected me hard, dude.
Dude, you lasted on UConn like
I have to
weeks
apologize
longer.
for that. It never even dawned on me since we were on the internet station that my song could cause some grief for you.
No. I'm not. It's the
But
backlash
that
from the
was one
stories
of the-
I had. Well, that wasn't really that bad. What it was all the emails hitting it, and then those things. So the emails were the lighter fluid. Your song and Chris Sanford was just a match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
But
all
still,
them emails and all that fucking negative bullshit hitting that station, that's where, like, you see, I haven't announced anything on Facebook yet. I'm slowly announcing it.
If it was a commercial station, that would have been quite welcomed, first of all. Okay? Because it is a university station. If you could have created controversy on a regular terrestrial money-making, people tuned into Howard because they hated him. They hated him.
they wanted to see what he was going to do
Yes,
next.
and so that formula works not necessarily for a UConn, foo-foo, education.
And if you hang out with
elite station, but
if you hang out with these guys, like even if you listen to PLR during the week,
I do.
and you hear some of the backdrops they do, like we have a cash cow and he's squirting milk all over the women in Norwalk, and Like they make
Yeah.
sexual innuendos all day.
Yeah.
And if you ever hang out with these people off the air in a place where there's alcohol, like
they're just like
Chaz walked worse.
Yeah.
Chaz walked in as the fucking governor and he had a penis costume on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not an original thing, not something I would have wore, but if you want to make fun of the governor, but these are people that work with you, and then there's another one dressed up as.
What does that tell you?
I thought
that tells
they're
you
worse
that,
than
that
us.
tells you that yeah.
But I thought that was a costume you would have been all over.
I would have. I asked. They said, "Don't wear a costume." Otherwise, I would have wore something.
Oh, really?
But it's even at my other job. Like if I send a text out and no one responds, I take it personal. Like if today there was a down big cable, the big ones. It was down, and I've tried to tell people if anybody has calls on this road, this is the reason. No one answered. So right away, I'm like, what the fuck? What did I do?
That's being way too sensitive.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not all the time. It's the certain, and it's, you know what it is? It's always the little things.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, but
man.
Peter, that wasn't a little thing. It's highly probable that their phone bank was going absolutely fucking nuts, and you gave them an answer that they could use. Now, maybe they didn't have a chance to say anything to you, but you may have given them the answer that they needed.
Yeah, maybe I'm just too needy.
Oh, definitely. There's no doubt about it.
Peter, not saying a word tonight.
Peter, I'll give you a hug anytime you want.
I know you will. And I get that way with the thread too. I'm like, why is everybody mad at us, Ricky? No one's talking. For a week. I'm opening up to you. I'm opening up to you guys because it's quiet. I don't know what's when you guys talk too much or anybody talks too much. I'm like, shut the fuck up. But then when no one's talking, I'm like, what the hell do we do?
Well, listen, you can just give me a phone call.
Sunday, I was just not.
You could always just give me a phone call if you're feeling like the text world isn't working for you.
I will admit this. I hate texting, and you always text me when I'm tired. Always. I just did, 14 days straight? Yeah. And if you know me, the love I have for Dominic and Vinny's Pizza. I just grabbed the Dominic and Vinny's Pizza. I drove all the way from Southington with it. And I'm sitting down. I just worked till 1:30 the night before. I got up for work at 6. Did my full shift in the fucking rain all day Sunday. I grabbed my pizza. I bring it home. I get ready to put my sweats on because I just don't want to do nothing. We even missed the gym that night, right?
Yeah.
And here's Mike want to text like a 13-year-old. I was like, oh, man.
That's the most texting I've done with you. And
I don't
forever.
mind talking to you. It's just like at that, you always catch me at the wrong moment. And then he calls me. But, dude, I asked Ricky. I was even too tired to even lift up my cell phone. I don't know what hit me.
And you see, was not affected and didn't even think about that.
I was affected.
Whereas
I'm like, I feel bad.
If you were trying to get a hold of me and I was ignoring you, you'd be all upset.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, see, we're when it's the other way, I don't give a shit.
My
it's
world.
Like, the only thing I'm thinking is, it's like, well, fuck.
It's my world.
That sounds like somebody else we know.
Who's that?
Donald. DT.
All right, let's take a little break and come back
shit
with
right now.
We'll be live on Facebook.
shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain to hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places. But the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. But it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. If then an old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing. And a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner, drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies in their platform soles. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans, they play Creole. Creole. And then the man steps right up to the microphone and says at last, just as the time bell rings.
Mike has to be on camera.
Now it's time.
Well, usually he's not on camera.
I know.
Then he makes it fast with one more thing.
Good, good. Yeah, she's right. Yeah, good.
All right, are you sitting over there, Rick? Mike?
Yeah, Mike.
Mike, are you sitting over
Mike,
there?
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why don't you use
Those headphones are better than. Never mind. Are you sitting there? I need to know so I can turn your mic on.
Okay, turn my mic on.
Good. Can you say test?
Way loud.
Testing.
Ay, ay, ay.
Shout out Marcus Pinho.
What's up, Scott? Happy Halloween.
He's got it. He's got the music on loud.
Well, no, it was turned up. Zoe was deaf, obviously. Hello.
We can hear you.
Hey, Mike.
Hello.
Are you on camera now, buddy?
I can't hear myself.
Yes, you can.
You're like the fucking star. Look at that. Yeah.
Well, put the other headset on. The other headset is a better headset.
No, it isn't.
All right, better? Okay.
That's better than this? Dude, these are $50.
Can we do a show?
Yeah.
Just because it's got
Just because you were sucker enough to pay $50 doesn't
exactly.
mean they're a better headset.
Just because you paid a lot of money for headphones doesn't mean they're good.
A week later, the place went out of business.
Yeah.
Radio Shack?
Exactly.
Watertown?
Oh, no, Southbury.
Well, they're all out of business now.
Why? How could Radio Shack go out of business, man?
They didn't go out of business. They just went out of brick and mortar. You can still find Radio Shack.
Online?
Yeah, online and place orders there.
All right, so Eddie, what did you want to say before?
It's free shipping, too.
That's true.
I think that we have to just take it positive out of everything, you know, just take positive out of all these situations. I think that's the best thing that you could do. That's what I try to do. And as far as what happened, I think as far as what happened, I just think that I think there's many ways to get somewhere. So to get to the top, to get to your destination, whatever, there's many ways, and everybody always thinks that their way is the best way, and so they don't see it. They don't see it somebody else's way. So he didn't see it your way because he thinks his way is the best way. Problem is his way hasn't gotten him shit. So that's where he's making a mistake, and so he's trying to put that on you and tell you how you should do your thing because he thinks his way is the best way.
So is it? What the fuck are you doing?
Getting used to my new spot.
All right. So is it? So is that concept like what people say? It's lonely at the top, even no matter what the top is, where the top is. Like there's certain degrees of top.
Yeah.
So is it lonely when people think that you're doing something?
I don't think there's a top.
Well, in the gay world, there's always a top.
Oh God. I don't think there's a top. Fucking Mike.
The tree is moving.
You can't even see it.
Yeah. Well, they can see the edge of it.
Do you think? Do you think when you're progressing at a level, people, your friendships and everything get worse?
Don't bring it near me.
I'm gonna fucking turn the camera off in a minute.
Don't bring it near me.
Oh, man.
I can't get to my beer.
Can we shut that light off? Makes me look completely bald.
You are completely bald.
Oh, damn it. I should have said that. I got a couple of
Is that what it is?
What's
It's
the
like
question?
when
Sorry.
people think you're at a certain level, they want to bring you down.
I think that you may want to look at it that way. I don't think it necessarily has to be that way. And if it is that way, I think you have the power to make it a positive thing. I think we all do. We have the power.
I think
I agree with
it's Peter. He's not trying to put you down. He's trying to prop himself up. It's a different thing.
No, not just that. Just take that story out of the equation. I'm saying like Ricky and I will sit on the weekend and like the phone doesn't ring.
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
Well, to a point.
To my mind, it's a good thing.
To you, and Ricky likes it that way too, but it's like now, is Ricky suffering from all the shit that I do? Like, are people not associating with her because of all the rhetoric I say on the internet or the stuff I say on the radio? Or
You mean like the person that unfriended me for absolutely no reason?
End it with bitch.
Bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying. I don't know. I think every situation is different. I mean, I'm separate from each other. So, I mean, can you be a little more specific? Are you saying that people just don't associate with you because of who you are?
I think it's because of how I am, like, as far as loud and, like, confrontational and...
What?
What the fuck was that?
I'm not 70, so I can't get away with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So... and it could be just in my own head, but I think everywhere I go, there's some sort of animosity. Now, it could be in my head.
It's definitely in your head.
I don't know, though, because Ricky sits there every day and sees it, too.
Does she, though?
Everywhere you go, there's animosity. Even with strangers.
Why, though? No, with strangers, I get along with for the first couple days. Then they get to know me.
And then, then there's animosity.
Yeah.
Okay, it's you.
I
don't know why you're laughing. He's the only one talking.
I must be impervious to it. I don't know.
Because you stay home and you lock the door.
No, I don't stay home. Well, the last couple of weeks, I haven't been going out a lot, but I've just tightened the budget up a lot.
Okay.
I gotta put money away so I can go find some place to live in the next 3 to 4 months.
Don't look at me. I got
not
no
looking
place
at
for him
you.
to live.
He's not looking at you.
No, you.
I'm not looking at you either.
You
I'm
looked
just
right at me when he said place to live.
Probably looking at your fucking tree because it's in the middle of the studio.
Would you mind getting me a beer since you've blocked my path to the fridge?
I am looking at the fucking tree.
Look how empty the corner looks.
It
Kind of like it.
Yeah, it does look. No, I don't. It does look empty.
That's where DJ Pete's going.
We should have 6 of these trees in here.
Is it is it jealousy? Is it hatred? Or is this people just don't like people who are outspoken? Example, our president. How's that?
I'm not gonna go there, but I mean, let me ask you a question.
Good.
Do you think that it's possible for people to change? Do you think that at some point someone who probably didn't like you or didn't appreciate what you do could one day change his or her opinion and say, you know what, I like what you're doing, man. I like what you're doing, and I just think that you should probably try this method, and it may help you a little more. Do you think that's possible?
No, because people.
Or no, your answer is no.
No. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because the people that I meet, it's not just, all right, get to know me and then progressively like me or progressively hate me. Right away, it's when I'm out, I'm crazy or whatever. When they meet me, it's right away a really high like. And then within a couple days or so, it's a really low hate. There's never an in-between. Like my best man is probably the only person that stays neutral with me, the guy who was my best man at my wedding. But he just doesn't talk to me for months. You know what I mean? Like, I won't see him for months, but if I go to a bar, it's like we never... All my people from Naugatuck, I won't see them for months. But if I go to Naugatuck, that's why I'm so comfortable in Naugatuck. If I go to Naugatuck, it's like we just saw each other yesterday.
Yeah, you could take it with high school friends and people you grew up with. You could take a 20-year break and pick up right where you left off. Yeah. Oh,
well, your people are dead.
Definitely.
I haven't experienced that.
Oh, I have.
I
Absolutely.
haven't
Well,
experienced.
just go to the morgue. You see half your high school friends.
Well, almost.
Yeah.
Truthfully,
But it's a rocket high, and then it's just a fucking crap. And she's not even helping tonight because she sees this.
No, I'm trying to keep my nose off the camera.
You have a
Every
big
time I
nose.
go here, all I can.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I believe the only thing we could see are your tits.
It makes me feel a little awkward, so I was trying to.
So pull the mic towards you.
It's as
Yeah,
far as
the
it
mic.
could
The
go.
mic is. Yeah. There you
I
go.
was feeling awkward, so
There
I was
you go.
trying to
That's better.
sit back. Okay, thank you.
Now answer it.
What am I answering?
Oh my God.
What, you didn't really ask.
She's
a
the
question,
reason I'm
though.
fucking
No,
bipolar.
You didn't really ask a question.
I have no
of me.
support
You-
at home.
You didn't ask the question. All you said was, and she doesn't support it, or something.
Because I said it's always this, and then it goes crashing, and you didn't have no answer for that.
Well,
You see it every day.
I do see things. Yes.
If I gotta have a conversation and help you with the conversation, let's have a conversation.
Well, no matter what happens, like especially
Hey Al,
when this guy is, you know,
it wasn't just let's not fixate on this one guy.
all right.
It's everybody.
no.
I
Now
have
I told you this is in my head.
I happen
Yeah.
to,
Okay.
I happen to share in that personality. Either you like me or you don't like me right away. But also, I usually take people at their best and let them destroy themselves. So I take people at their best. Some people take people at their worst and build up from there. Some people look at people and you've got to destroy your character. So, I think it's probably a combination of you being a little too sensitive, and also, every day of your life, man. If anybody gets on your case about anything, I mean, just think about where you were 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And you were a crackhead, you were a cokehead, and no matter what they say to you, dude, you've built yourself to a level, that some people don't come back from.
You're living the American dream.
And no matter what they say, you should never feel bad about yourself for where you were and where you are now. There is no time that you should
But
ever
people can't
let
go of that.
But
Peter,
that has
is
to be
not
their
your
problem.
I don't yell at me because I already have a complex.
That is not your problem, Peter.
It's not your problem.
Peter, it's not your problem.
It's your existence. You got to live with yourself.
What you need to do is look at you and see how satisfied you are with your surroundings. Okay? What anybody else thinks about you, fuck them. It's their problem, not yours.
Right.
Okay? As long as you're being true to the guy that's in the mirror when you look at yourself, then you got nothing to be sorry about. And you shouldn't be worried about anybody else.
As long as you're not being a constant asshole.
Well,
that goes without saying.
Well, I'm just saying. No, I mean, you got to care. If you're going around always being an asshole, you're an asshole. If you're comfortable with that, that's great. But you're not going around being an asshole. But you don't take shit from anybody either.
We have costumes on, Darcy? Yeah, we're radio DJs.
Yeah, I got a pumpkin head.
Do you get what we're saying?
Yeah, I do. And that's saying it's lonely at the top, almost like, because everything's happening fast. So that saying that's lonely at the top is starting to almost kick in.
Yeah, but still.
Because if it wasn't for Ricky, I would not have anybody like to hang out with or anything. I know everybody does their own thing.
Welcome to marriage.
I know. No. I didn't say you guys. I didn't say you guys because you guys show up every week. We hang out twice a week. That's a lot.
Sometimes more.
Sometimes more. I'm not saying you guys in general. I didn't want nobody in this room to take it personal.
If you weren't such an asshole, I'd hang out with you more.
What?
I'm crushed.
No,
when
you're
you
not.
say
Shut the fuck
you
up.
only have Ricky to hang out with.
No, it's not. I said it wrong.
I don't have anybody to hang out with because I got stood up on Saturday.
That's true. And I apologize.
Bitch.
I wouldn't have been.
I
would not have been fun.
I'm still
That's
gonna.
okay. That's okay. I just wouldn't have been fun.
I'm just gonna give you a hard time about
Maybe.
If I didn't have to work, I would have been all over you.
Maybe that there's so much negative in the world that I don't even know. I don't know. Ricky sees it, but I can't have a conversation with Ricky because I have to initiate it and I have to end it. So I love my wife to death, but she can't talk on this topic ever.
Well, she has to initiate sex, so give her
She
a
doesn't
break.
even do that.
Has she given up already? It's been, 2 years?
No, she's never, since we've met each other, never once. It's
well,
always
because
me.
we have different ideas of what initiating sex is, but that's another topic.
Walking down the driveway
that
with the
we've already
garbage
gone
cans and
over.
your pants pulled down is not initiating
Why
sex.
not?
Because
It's
that's you
giving
being
you an open
goofy.
invitation.
That's you being goofy.
Well, what about pulling up my shirt and putting my boobs on your back?
That's sex?
Yeah.
That's an invitation. As if I ever heard one.
Oh, God.
At some point.
True, Bob.
Or felt one.
No, but I do see it, but I also know that I think you do dissect things a little too much.
You just wish it was your pussy I was dissecting.
Yeah.
Yes.
But since it's not,
Then you're wasting a lot of time.
like you don't let yourself be happy.
You see everything into something, and sometimes it isn't that way. It's
Sometimes
just
it's
people
just
talking
it.
too much.
You know.
There's not always an ulterior.
There's not
motive.
always an ulterior. There's not always a conspiracy.
So where does that come from?
It comes from Donald Trump, conspiracy.
Oh, my God. Can we not do the Trump thing?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what it comes
I didn't
from,
do
but
that.
I'm assuming that you've had bad experiences in your life that there often was an ulterior motive.
I think you've always thought that.
No,
I
Eddie
think you've
just
always
told
been
us he
like
wasn't coming every
that.
Wednesday.
I think
No,
I
of
have a
course
brother.
not.
I have another brother other than the other brother.
Who,
I
what?
got.
What?
That
Eddie said he
Eddie.
wasn't coming every Wednesday.
Well, that's too bad for his girlfriend.
You probably would have made a very good psychiatrist, actually.
Me?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Why?
Because they're kind of fucked up and smart.
Okay.
All right.
In this really quick, weird way, he's giving me a compliment. I don't know.
You don't let yourself see the positive.
Who is
That's
that?
the problem
Is that you?
sometimes.
Wow.
Because the positive always ends up turning to
Not
be negative.
always.
Because
but
you turn
when-
it into
yes,
negative.
When
you
you
do
think
every time.
that way.
I remember a few weeks ago, before you got this job, man. Oh, you were so fucking negative about it. Oh, I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I hope it does, but I don't think it will because of this and because
I
of
won't
that.
get along with
And-
the
and-
guys
yeah.
on the show.
And they're gonna remember me and this and that. And then you got it, and then it's like you were excited,
And
but
it's
you
going
weren't
like
at the same
slick.
time. It's like you were happy about it, but at the same time you were quick to find negative things about it already.
Like you're afraid to let yourself be happy about something.
So
because
these guys, they're like, oh, let's take a picture with the staff, and they're like, come on, man, and you're like, no.
I'm not really staff.
Dude,
Come
you
on
put
now.
the fox suit on once, you're the staff.
They told me. That's what they said. It's initiation. They said.
Yeah, and you did it happily. You did it all day long. You did your job, dude. You're fine. You know what you are. You know what you are.
A
You're-
nasty, sweaty,
Yeah.
fucking stinky.
Right, but you're also Portuguese and you work your ass off, and that's bottom line. I mean, working your ass off for a company is always a plus.
yeah, it doesn't matter what job you have. You
work your ass off
Yeah.
for it, and that's just your nature, and that's that's.
So you're saying I need help?
No, what
no.
you need to do is you need.
What you need to do is
need
have
to-
the confidence of being you.
Well, if I didn't have the confidence, I wouldn't have the job.
No, I don't think confidence is the problem. I think the problem is you need to start finding more positives in your life.
Well, and
That's why I couldn't stop watching your video.
God, no,
You got to me.
you really need to start finding more positives. They're there. You just got to point them out because you're doing.
Is it
you're,
the drugs that killed
no,
me?
you're doing to yourself what we do to our youth is finding all the negatives and really highlighting that. You highlight the negatives in yourself instead of highlighting the positives.
You know what? I don't want to treat you like my kids, but my kids, I always put my kids to bed at night.
Put them to bed.
And
They're
and
25.
Well, no, this is before they became that old.
Oh, okay.
And I would tell them,
Weird.
don't ever. What's the last thought that you have at night? Is it a negative thought or is it a positive thought? And no matter how bad things are going in your life, try and go to sleep.
yeah,
They must be looking for somebody. That's the cops.
really.
The Hamden police cops.
Try and go to bed at night with a positive thought. Because when you go to sleep with a negative thought, it carries over to the next day.
You know what it's like masking up and trying to be positive about it?
But there are things to be positive about.
That's a CPAP. It's not positive at all.
I think that's
It reminds
I
you of
think
how
that-
much fucking fat food you ate.
I think that's my whole point about overcoming cocaine. You've always got something to be positive about. You're not a junkie.
You know what's positive about that machine? It keeps you breathing. Positive.
That's right.
And it keeps your wife happy.
I haven't stored in 5 days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's happy about that.
She also is happy that you're not stopping breathing. Okay? I mean,
thing.
come on.
I think she much rather have you alive.
Yes.
She hates me.
Does he sleep?
Here we go.
Depends on a day.
Here we go again.
Does he sleep through the night now?
Actually-
More than I do, yeah.
More than I used to.
Good.
But I still can't get a good, refreshing sleep. Is that weird?
No.
You got to adjust to the equipment.
Yeah.
Well, today was the first day that I woke up and you still had it on.
Oh, I take it off?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know at what point, but today was the first day that I noticed that you still had it on. When
I could
left
feel.
for
I
work.
feel like. All right, so I feel better waking up, but then I put myself in a heavy lunch coma. Like today in Sellington, they opened up a brand new fast food Italian place. It's a truck stop.
Yeah.
And it was a $6 lunch special, and it came with pasta and lasagna and unlimited breadsticks.
So you put yourself.
Yeah, I put myself.
That's got nothing to do. That's got nothing to do.
I
with
fell
it.
asleep at the truck stop in Southington. My hands were numb when I woke up.
Was that the 3 hours I didn't hear from you?
Probably.
Kind of.
What time of day was that?
I took lunch at 2.
Did you? I think I was just getting out of bed.
No. 1:30 I took lunch.
That seems about right.
Yeah, 1:30 I took my lunch, and all of a sudden I woke up. I had Fox News on. I woke up to the terror thing.
Oh God!
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, right.
My hands are numb. I can't even lift them. You know, because it's a captain's chair. But I can fall asleep. I can fall asleep in a volcano, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm the same way.
I'm you.
Well,
You can tell when I sleep with my mouth open
Tell you a
because
story.
the air goes through my nose from the machine
Yeah.
and comes out of my mouth.
Right.
So it sounds like.
well, tell you a story. I was when I was in the Boy Scouts, I was a den.
Den mom?
No. Whatever they called the Boy Scout that worked with the dens.
Den leader?
Yeah.
That's
In
not
any
Girl
case-
Scouts.
The
in any
molester?
case-
I'm sorry.
See?
In any case, we were on
That
a
was
bus
negative.
trip to Mystic. Okay, and you got the front of the bus trying to drown out the back of the bus singing songs, and I'm sitting right in the middle, and I fell asleep, and I was sound asleep for the whole ride.
How old are you?
I was maybe 12 or 13, 14.
So you just been falling asleep since you were a kid.
Yeah. I can sleep any place.
Yeah, we thought he was dead when we used to go to Yukon.
If
we would
I'm
look
not
back.
driving, if I'm not driving and I'm in a moving vehicle, I'm asleep.
Dude, he had his mouth like open. Right?
Gnats and stuff flying above his mouth. Circles.
Are we there yet? No. And then he instantly fall back asleep. That's where we started the death pool. When
And then we all woke up. Then we all woke up when the cone.
We came back from a show one day and it was a blizzard. A blizzard. Now, mind you, Yukon's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Blizzard.
It took us 3 hours.
It took
that
us 3
night.
hours to get home.
Wow.
We had some fun. I think we had better fun on the rides than we did at the show.
Remember
Oh,
the time
yeah.
you got lost? We ended up. Well, I think we went to. We had Dave Sheehan with us.
We didn't get lost.
No, man, you ended up in some back road. Like
I ended up
we were
in
Rhode
Newington. I
Island
didn't
or
get
something,
lost.
man.
We ended up in Newington, first of all. I wasn't Rhode Island.
It was like, where are
That
we?
was the
I
cone night.
remember that.
That was the cone.
That was
night.
the
No,
cone
no,
night.
because I
We
wasn't
ended up-
with you with
no.
Dave Sheehan.
No, it wasn't the cone night because
Oh, when we went
Right.
to, we had to go to Backway and we ended up at Applebee's.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't lost. Just went a different way because that's me.
No, there was a point there where it was like, you're
no,
lost.
when I drive, I don't like to go the same way because I fall asleep when I'm driving. So if it's
Which you didn't
different,
tell any of us.
it's different that's when I was never using the machine. Now it's different. But I like to go different because if I go a different way, then I got to stay awake.
Stay alert. Yeah. I used to alternate. I had 4 different routes when I was living in Illinois. I had 4 different routes that I could go to get to work. So each day I would use a different route because the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
If,
keeps you
if, if
alert.
I'm driving the same thing every goddamn day, it's like, ugh.
It keeps you alert.
Right.
When you're there,
But when I took a different route each time, I had to be looking for the right turn off and all that other, so it's like.
You seem aggravated today. What's going on?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm
Are you
good.
sure?
I'm just listening.
Your mind's focused on something else.
No, I mean,
Who is she?
It's called a show.
yeah, no. That's,
Now he
that-
knows what it's like to produce a show
No, I'm good. I mean,
You sure?
My mind is going
on that show.
on a couple of things. Yeah,
Oh,
but
because you're transcendent.
because I'm transcendent. Yes, I am.
Yes,
Yes.
transcendent.
I think he's just worried about that big ass zit on his face.
Nah, not really. Not more than you are.
Well, it's pointed right at me right now. I'm a little worried.
Duck.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so
No.
Darcy says, I'm keeping a positive, though, thought, I guess. If nothing else, I'm grateful because I always know somebody probably nearby has it worse, has less, is getting fucked over harder, struggles more than I do, grateful for my life.
That's a good attitude.
Oh yeah,
to
so
have.
let's put our problems on someone else.
No,
I know what she's
no,
saying.
no,
I know what she's saying. Yo, I'm having a bad day, but this motherfucker right here didn't even have a slice of pizza today.
Right.
Now I feel better because someone else is worse than me.
That could make your mood worse, though. 'Cause why do I feel so bad?
No, you know me. My problem is I'd feel bad, and I would think about that the whole day. This dude
Well, you
is
could have
hungry.
saved him some breadsticks. I mean,
Yeah.
they were unlimited.
Oh, they gave me marinara sauce too. Fuck that. Dipping sticks.
Dipping sticks, yeah.
Who? I've never seen this before. It's a fast food Italian restaurant, and
Well-
they make the shit fresh.
So is that kind of like the place we went to in the city?
Well, think about it.
It's called
Peter.
fajoles.
Think about it, Peter. It takes 5 to 7 minutes to make spaghetti.
True.
Okay, so yeah, if you've got the water boiling already,
Yeah, just throw the pasta, or you
then
can
all
leave
you're
it cold.
doing is you're throwing the pot. No.
New York
That's
did
not
it,
fresh.
but New York did it, and it was good because what they did is they must have boiled a couple pounds prior, kept it in the container with a little bit of oil so it didn't stick together, and what they did is you got a bar, and it was carrots, whatever, asparagus, kale, whatever, and they took all those ingredients and they pan fried it for a couple minutes, and right?
Yeah, but
It was delicious, wasn't it?
I've worked in Italian restaurants, and what we would do
Hey, Jill.
is we would pre-cook the pasta, but not all the way. So you only had a 2-minute.
Yeah, you stop it
2-minute
after
Yeah,
about-
you would stop. You
stop
make
it
it
at
very
3 to 5
very
minutes,
stiff,
yeah.
and then you would actually you would portion
finish it.
You would
Yeah.
portion it out into the servings that you wanted, and as somebody ordered a serving, you would put that in the boiling water that was there, bring it up to where you wanted it, and then you would serve it, which only takes 2 minutes instead of 6.
Right.
Next time we go to the city, you got to come. I'm going back. That was some good fucking place to eat.
Times Square is awesome, man.
It was good. It was really garlicky.
That's what I loved about it. And then we go to the
Me too.
playwright. We need to do a weekend where we all go to the city.
Let's just wait a couple weeks. Things are kind of crazy in New York right now.
I know.
And then
Yeah, you want to wait until after the New Year?
no,
After the terror
yeah,
attack.
after the
Can we
No,
do?
at least after the New Year, because from here on out, you're talking about
I know, it's
Christmas
all
shopping
holidays, I know.
and all that holiday bullshit, and I don't want to be bothered with that. I really don't.
Okay,
That's
Bob. All right.
I do all my shopping online. I don't go to any stores.
All right, so wait a minute. You don't want to go to New York City because it's busy, but you shop online.
I shop online. Yeah.
I'm not convinced the baby Jesus is my savior.
Then
so
you
I'm not
want to go out
celebrating.
because you're never out. You're in the house shopping.
No. No, I mean, how long does it take to shop?
Times Square is packed regardless, whether it's holiday season or not. I mean, I don't.
I love that shit. We were in heaven.
I
me
love
and
it too. I mean, and I wasn't referring to that.
Ricky and Boo were like, ugh.
I felt the energy.
I was
man.
fine.
Boo.
I wasn't. I was fine.
Every time I get in that city, I get an energy. It's
right?
Just I get infused with energy.
Yes, I
We saw
love
a gay
it.
couple fucking actually almost
Making out on the steps of
and
the
their
church.
hand, and the guy's hand was practically in his ass
Nice.
on the steps of a church.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
New
we
York.
love New York where you
Listen.
can finger your boyfriend on a church.
I'm just saying. Wait,
And
well,
nobody
not
bats
that-
an eye.
No,
Well, I mean, I'm the same way. I love the city as well. I love the hustle. I love.
you love more of the Bronx, Brooklyn, though, or you like Manhattan.
That's racial.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
totally
Well,
It is
racial.
not racial,
That was
first of
racial,
all,
man.
It's-
because a lot of Spanish people don't like Manhattan. They like the Bronx and Brooklyn.
Well, I
Because there's more culture in the Bronx and Brooklyn. There's not really no Spanish culture in Manhattan.
Spanish Harlem in Manhattan.
well, I'm not
That's
Spanish,
Harlem.
but
That's
Puerto
part
Rican.
of Manhattan.
You know what I mean, Puerto Rican. Spanish Harlem is not part of Manhattan.
Yes, it is.
No,
It's
it isn't.
140th Street or whatever it is.
It's still on the island.
Dude, it's not.
It is on the island.
It's a hill. That's not an island. Where we were, that's Spanish Harlem. That was 180th.
Can somebody please call in and set us straight that knows?
180th is not the island.
Do a Google search.
It might be the beginning of the island, but it ain't the
It's
island.
the island. Did we cross any water driving down to Times Square? No, we didn't.
What's the matter, Peter?
I'm just reading the comments.
I'm
I'm waiting for someone to answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Spanish Harlem is part of Manhattan.
The whole
Manhattan
New York,
Island.
Well, then the whole New York City is an island.
No, because, well,
Yes, because
Yes.
the Bronx is part of the New York City. It's 5 boroughs. It's part of the island.
right. Well, Brooklyn is part of Long Island.
What?
Yes.
Brooklyn is not part of Long Island.
It is. It's the
not
tip
even
of Long
close.
Island, nearest the city.
Maybe Staten Island.
Staten Island's a totally separate island.
Brooklyn is the island.
It actually is the tip of Long Island.
Duh.
The southern tip of Long Island.
I lived there. I lived in Brooklyn. I know.
But it's
But
not
you don't know if
considered-
Manhattan is there.
But it's not considered Long Island
I don't know
because
if
it's
Manhattan
within
is
the
what?
boroughs of New York.
All right.
Okay.
And there wasn't a racist thing I said. It's
I
just
know,
that
I know,
Manny
I know.
would rather hang out. I based it on what Manny said.
Yeah. Well, I don't hang out in New York like Manny does. I don't have family. I mean, I don't have family in New York. So.
He doesn't anymore either.
Well, okay, sorry, my bad.
They lost the place.
Yeah.
So where is he?
Manny lives in Florida. What are you talking about?
Oh.
What about the rest of his family?
When their father passed away, the lease went to get rid of the lease.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean,
where'd
he's
they
from
go?
New York.
Where'd they go?
I don't know.
Okay. Did they go to Florida?
No, Manny's still in Florida. I
Yeah.
don't know where his sister and brother went, but they lost the lease in that apartment.
Let's do the show in
Oh,
Florida.
you never went. You never went to Brooklyn when it's
No.
Bronx.
Bronx.
Right? Is that where you go or no?
No, I go to Manhattan.
Oh, you go to Manhattan?
Yes.
Where do you go?
I mean, I just go to where fucking everybody to Times Square.
Times Square?
I don't. Yeah. I
Oh,
don't,
so you're a
Like a-
Americanized Puerto Rican.
I don't have family. I mean, I do have family in New York, but just family because they're blood, but not people who I really know. So I don't.
So you know people who can afford to live in Manhattan? Damn, you gotta like that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm kidding.
No, I go out there just to hang out. I like to shop and fucking whatever. Like
Downtown,
yes,
Midtown.
yes, but not to go like visit family
go to
and
the park?
friends and shit. No,
You go to the parks, so you go Midtown.
I don't go to the parks. No,
You don't go to Central.
no. I mean I've been, but I don't go. Like I don't say let's go to the
So
fucking
you
park.
chill in Times Square.
Yes,
Wow.
I have. Yes.
I would never thought you would chill in Times Square.
Okay.
Lower East Side, maybe, because of all the bars and the clubs.
Yeah.
But not Midtown.
I'm not a bar and club kind of guy.
You're not?
No, not anymore.
You dress like you do. Like you go to the club, right?
All right.
Doesn't he?
I'm wearing
like,
fucking
but-
sweats and a
Yeah, but he
V-neck.
can make a T-shirt look like a club gear. That's true. It must be his shape, his body.
That's true. If I put that shirt on, it would not look that good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me and Mike put a shirt on. The collar ain't even ironed. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really know New York. I don't really hang out in New York at all.
I actually ironed all my shirts the other day after I smoked some weed.
Oh, well, you can believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I got so motivated. I'm like, I'm going to iron
He was
every
focused.
shirt I have.
So they're focused.
It was like the best weed ever. It was like motivational, iron everything and clean the house weed. That happens, you know.
Okay.
I guess.
No, it definitely happens.
I just iron.
Do you
I
have
don't-
a favorite spot you go to, man?
No, I don't. No.
No, just go.
I just go.
Chilling.
Yeah. If I go, I don't really go to New York.
You don't go to New York.
No.
You just said a couple weeks ago you go to New York on Saturday.
I go to New York on Saturdays to dance. I go to a dance studio to go dance.
You dance yourself
No, I go with my girlfriend and we go take dance lessons.
together.
Yes.
Wow.
What kind of dancing? Ballroom?
No, salsa.
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 Yes.
That you guys, but
You
isn't that-
guys meaning what? Puerto
meaning
Ricans?
yeah, Puerto Rican Spanish. It's like,
Yes.
isn't that like in your blood? You don't have to take lessons.
Oh
for
no,
that.
no,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
it is in your blood. You're correct about that. But I want to learn the proper way to dance and to dance with my girlfriend and
But it all looks the same.
No, it
But
doesn't.
it isn't though.
But I mean, the subtlety's got to be so minor because I go out there and people think I know, and it's like I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, the people who think you know don't know
That's half the battle.
exactly. So, but no, it's not in your blood. Per
Have
se.
you ever? What I love about New York is because I've been there so many times, but every time I go, there's a new spot that I've never been. Like New York, Manhattan is like a city that never just stops being different sections. Am I
There's
right
a
or
building
wrong?
you've never seen. There's something
A
awesome. that you've
neighborhood I
yeah.
never seen,
Right.
or a monument I never seen, or
Yeah.
like today where that happened. I can't picture where that is. It says the West Side off the West Side Highway, but I can't picture that bridge. So where was that?
It was down there, Canal.
Exactly.
Canal Street, wasn't it?
Canal Street's not down on the West Side. Canal Street's Midtown. Not Midtown, but middle of the island, as you would say the island.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking
Canal Street is by Chinatown.
38th Street, around there.
I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like every time I go to New York, I see something I've never seen before. like skyscrapers just popping up in the middle of nowhere, dude.
Yeah, Chicago's the same way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Chicago's is just as big as Manhattan, or no?
It's
Or
more,
just-
It's more
sprawling.
It's
more
well,
sprawling.
It's more Boston-ish?
No. The core of Chicago, yes, is about like Manhattan, okay? But the rest of it, the burbs, when you start talking about the Bronx and Brooklyn and that
Staten
stuff,
Island.
now it's bigger.
Queens.
It takes up more space.
Ah.
Okay, you got the South Side, like South Side of Chicago. But it's like,
What made New York and a trivia question? See if you can get it. What made New York and Chicago the biggest cities? What was the primary factor?
Crime.
booze.
Boo!
The Erie Canal.
Oh, okay.
The what?
The Erie Canal.
It basically connected
Moving
the two
product
cities.
out west through water.
Yeah.
Made New York City the port, and then when they completed the Erie Canal, you could get to the Great Lakes and down to Chicago, which actually became a place where they shipped cattle out of.
Yeah.
And you would receive everything that opened up the western United States.
So where's the Erie Canal go?
The Erie Canal goes up. It goes up through New York and then hits the Great Lakes.
Comes from the Hudson River across New York over to Lake Erie.
Is it Erie?
It connects to Lake Erie, and then you go up Lake Erie, and you can connect to Superior and to
It's man-made then.
Michigan.
Well, the Erie Canal was man-made.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
1840s.
And
something
it's
like
deep
that.
enough to put big ships.
No,
No, it's barges.
It's barges.
barges.
They actually had mules. Would ropes would carry the barges through the Erie Canal.
Now they have motorized barges and tugboats, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the way the West got open.
Yep.
Because going across land was not convenient.
That's very true.
All right.
Now
Are
that
those
you know-
like salt lakes?
No.
What? No.
Freshwater.
Saltwater, freshwater.
Freshwater, yeah.
Okay.
And they're huge.
Are they?
They are
They're
huge.
great. They're great.
That's what she said.
They made America great, too.
So now, if you put a boat in there, can if you
They,
put
no, they have ships that sail in the Great Lakes.
Okay, so they have ships. How do they get them in there?
From they come up the St. Lawrence River,
Uh-huh.
okay, in Canada, and right down, and that comes from one of the Great Lakes. I think it's Michigan.
And I'm not sure, but they probably built them on the Great Lakes and just launched them.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
What? No, but they bring them. You can get to the Great Lakes from the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, you could?
Yeah. The St. Lawrence River.
Which is up in Canada, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just thought they were just big ass holes.
No. And they do have shipbuilding places.
Well, Okeechobee is a sinkhole. Florida, Lake
Oh.
Okeechobee was
sinkhole.
land at one
Yeah.
time. It's a huge sinkhole. You want to talk about a huge lake?
Oh, this not even comes close to what the Great Lakes are. Not even nearly.
No, you got to understand something.
Got to understand
okay?
the Great Lakes are bigger than Florida.
Actually, a Lake Superior is bigger than the Black Sea.
Yeah, and that's black, so it's got to be big.
Yes.
Not all blacks are that big, Mike. It's-
Actually,
That's what Willie said the other day.
That's actually not true, but I was being poetic.
Willie was
It's
like, I
almost
ain't got
the
no
same
big
size.
dick, and I'm black.
I don't know.
We need to have
Halloween
him back.
picture. Sorry,
We need to have him back on, man. That dude was hilarious.
Who's this?
My
Willie,
son.
Willie, the guy from the
Billy?
band.
You mean
Billy.
Willie? Billy. Oh, Billy. Yeah.
Billy Foster.
Yeah.
You'll never find. I got offended today. I went into the truck stop, and they had 4 urinals.
You get offended every day.
Three with glory holes.
No,
No glory holes in those urinals.
I
It's
thought
truck
this was a
stop.
racist thing.
Oh,
But then I started to think about it, and it ended up being that I forgot little kids going there. 4 urinals. Eye level, eye level, eye level, and then very low level. I'm
That's
like, all right,
for the
so it must
guys
be
with
white
big
guy,
dicks.
white guy, white
Yeah.
guy, white guy, white guy, black guy. But it's for kids, I think, right?
yeah.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping, yeah.
I used the little kid's urinal one time in a restaurant because I know the restaurant, and I knew that's the only one that flushes properly. And so I'm using that urinal, and this little kid came in, and instead of going to use the toilet, he decided he was going to use the urinal
to poop.
No, to pee. But he was so small that there's no way he could. He was too.
He had to stand back and aim up.
He literally stood back like 3 feet and pissed in this thing, and I thought only a fucking 7-year-old kid has the urinal strength to make that shot.
What's creepy about the story is he watched them do it.
Well, I was
while he was peeing.
The kid took 3 steps back, whipped out his dick, and started peeing in the urinal. Of course, I'm watching what he's doing. For God's sakes!
You're listening to PPRN, motherfucker.
Inside and out and love strange, so real in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change may pull us apart. When the light gets in your heart, baby, don't you forget about me. Above me, look my way, never love me. Rain keeps falling down, down, down. Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling down. End girls. West End girls. Too many shadows, whispering voices, face on posters, too many choices. If, when, why, what, how much have you got? Have you got it, do you get it? If so, how often? Which do you choose, a hard or soft option? In a western town, a dead end world, the eastern boys and western girls. In a western town, a dead end world, the eastern boys and western girls. West End girls. West End girls. In a western town, a dead end world, the eastern boys and western girls. Ooh, western town, a dead end world, eastern boys, western girls. West End girls. You got a heart of glass or a heart of stone. Just you wait till I get you home. Got no future, we've got no past. Here today, built to last in every city and every nation, from Lake Geneva to the Finland station. And a western town, a dead end world, the eastern boys and western girls. Oh, western town, a dead end world, eastern boys, western girls. West End girls. West End girls. West End
Reach out, touch faith. You're alone, personal, Jesus. Someone to lead your prayers, someone who cares. You're wrong, personal, Jesus. Someone to lead your prayers, someone who's there. Feeling unknown, you're all alone. Flesh and by the telephone. Lift up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. Take second best, put me to the test. Things are good, you need to confess. I'm going to let you go and forgive her. Reach out, touch faith.
what have you done? Hey, little sister, who's the only one? Hey, little sister, who's your Superman? Hey, little sister, who's the one you want? Hey, little sister, shotgun. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Hey, little sister, who is it you're with? Hey, little sister, what's your spicy wish? Hey, little sister, shotgun, oh yeah. Hey, little sister, who's your Superman? Hey, little sister, shotgun. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Pick it up. Take me back home, man. Hey, little sister, what have you done? Hey, little sister, who's the only one? I've been away for so long. I've been away for so long. I let you go for so long. It's a nice day to start again. Come on, it's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Wow! There is nothing fair in this world. There is nothing safe in this world, and there's nothing sure in this world, and there's nothing pure in this world. Look for something left in this world. Start again. Come on, it's a nice day for a white wedding. Whoa, it's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day to start again.
Broke my heart, now I'm making for you. Mon amour, what's a boy in love supposed to do? Looking for you, you were looking for me. Always reaching for you, you were too blind to see. All over my heart.
You watch that game? Oh my god. What now, man? Whatever you What?
Unbelievable.
Bro.
I mean, one
Fuck.
team would go up by 3 runs.
Yeah, it was like,
and
fuck
the next
you.
team would hit a 3-run
Anything
homer.
you could do, I could do better. I mean, it was fucking great, bro.
I would definitely watch it again.
You didn't watch it the first time.
Bottom of the fifth.
So you can't watch it again.
Bottom of the
Idiot.
fifth. There's 2 outs, and the Astros are up 1-0.
They just won the World Series.
Did they?
They
won?
will.
Oh. No, I want a Game 7. Hopefully it'll go 7.
No.
As a baseball fan, I want a Game 7 too, but I want the Astros.
We
to
have a
win.
lot of liquor left.
Let me tell you, man, Litchfield Distillery really did us right.
I know.
Yeah, they did.
They were at the party the day after. I did Pinktober for 99.9.
Yeah.
They were there.
Yeah.
Same bottles.
Well, that's their line. That's their entire product line.
$75 to get into this wine tasting, and they had bite-sized grilled cheese,
Well,
and carrots and celery. I'm like, for $75.
what are you throwing around there, guy? Oh, okay. Batteries are
Babe,
dead.
Eddie, can you hand me a cupcake?
Hey.
Sure.
My wife went out and baked for you, fucker. She don't bake for me.
Right.
And no
This
one's
was
eating
for
them.
you too.
No, it wasn't.
Yes.
You got it for the guys.
No, it was for Halloween.
2 years with this girl.
It was for Halloween.
I can't hardly hear
Dude,
myself
she bakes for
anymore.
us.
What did you do to me?
She bakes
He
for
turned
us.
you down.
Is that too low?
Yeah. Where am I?
Second one.
There we go.
Mike,
Yes.
maybe electronics isn't your thing.
Maybe marriage isn't yours.
Whoa.
Why you say that?
Because she bakes
Hey,
for
Mike.
us and she bangs you and you're getting on her case.
Yeah, I like baking. I want to come home to something sweet once in a while.
You come
Well,
home to
there's-
me every day.
That's
Come on,
right,
bro.
You got a pussy right there.
Wow. Wow.
I said sweet, not alcoholic.
You could always throw some.
She calls my balls salty, so fuck her.
Because you told me they were sweaty.
They are.
Well, then they're salty.
Yeah.
You know what those are good for? Not for my mic. Those are good for a rainy Sunday with a fucking gallon of milk.
Like,
No.
maybe
A
maybe
good
that's
pot of coffee.
yeah, maybe,
Or coffee.
maybe that's a Portuguese thing. A rainy Sunday.
No, a rainy Sunday is actually homemade wine day.
It's pizza day, actually.
No, it's fucking
I
soup.
used to.
Yeah, soup or chili or
Chicken soup.
Oh, no.
stew.
You got,
Yes.
I had a friend.
Yes.
I had a very,
Cupcakes
very
and
close
milk.
friend. Yeah, cupcakes.
That's after a large pizza. What's the matter with this guy? That's a dessert, man.
Cupcakes are an everyday thing.
I had a very close friend. I mean, a guy I actually grew up with. Actually, we
Look
rebuilt
who finally showed up.
Okay, fuck you. I'm here. But we rebuilt a car together. And he had married a Portuguese girl.
Lucky him.
And every Sunday morning.
She would knob him out.
No.
I know how
no,
this is going to end. That's why I said, lucky him.
No.
She cooked.
Well, no. Well, yeah. We all went over his in-laws, and the ladies stayed upstairs, and they cooked. And the guys were downstairs drinking the homemade wine.
I
And
tried
was,
to cook Sunday.
And that was
But you're
Sunday,
not upstairs.
But that was Sunday church. That's what they called church.
And that's when you could beat your wife and get away with it, too, back then.
And you know what you know what the ladies upstairs were talking about?
The drunks downstairs.
Whose dick was the smallest?
It could have been.
Probably.
They weren't talking about that back in the 30s.
Yeah, they were. They
This
always
wasn't
have.
in the 30s.
All right, 1890.
This was in the mid 70s.
Still, they weren't talking about small dicks in the 70s.
No.
Women talk more about shit than guys do. I'm telling you. I've been in situations where I overheard because they didn't know I was there, and women.
Gonna tell you.
They
Fucking
get
creep.
on it, man. They're all about and this.
So
and
what does a group of women say when Eddie walks in a room by himself?
Holy shit!
They say overcompensating, must have a small dick.
See how he's got to make everything
No, I
negative?
gotta tell you a story. I was in high school back in 1965. St. Joseph's High School. Okay, we had
Before foundations.
It was separated. Okay, you had the St. Joseph Boys School and St. Joseph's Girls School.
Wow.
But the men's room was right over the ladies' room on the second and third floor.
And you could hear him talking.
We didn't hear him talking. We recorded him talking. Okay.
What was it?
And it was
Eight-track? Eight-track recorder?
No, it was a cassette recorder. And it was like, what a difference. I mean, the men's room was quiet.
Yeah.
Okay? The ladies' room?
Ladies' rooms, ever been to a bar? Ladies' rooms are worse than the guys.
Oh, yeah.
They're pigs.
Hey, look.
It's because
They're pigs.
It's because they hover.
One of the jobs I had when I first moved up to New Hampshire before I got a job at the hotel was working in a gas station, and we had a men's room and a ladies' room.
Glory hole?
No. And the ladies' room, you had to clean the ladies' room every half hour, and the men's room you cleaned it every 3 hours.
Yeah, because they're pigs.
Okay, it was ridiculous.
They're pigs.
It was ridiculous.
Verbally
I am
and
not.
physically.
Not you, babe, but I'm saying.
Well, I'm a lady.
But I'm just saying the ladies' room. Okay.
Okay, if you piss on the seat,
Yeah.
do you clean it?
Yes,
Me too.
Me too.
because somebody else has to use it.
You're right. But
I got 2 other people who live in the house.
You know what? The ladies' rooms are disgusting, and I don't know why that is because
Jeff says he loves our show because we have no filter and tell it like it is.
That's exactly right.
all I know is I just saw Eddie looking at his watch like, when can I get
know,
out of
all
here?
night.
No.
What the fuck is that, man,
I'm getting text messages because you were fucking talking shit about my phone, so I got my phone off now, and I'm getting on my watch, and you're still talking shit.
Dude, you're
And
addicted.
And my chair's sinking as we speak.
Yes, it is. You
All
want
right.
to switch chairs?
No. So, ladies, you're pigs.
no.
Yes, you are pigs.
No.
Not you.
Whoa.
And
But
not you.
you're putting me into that category.
You're a
Lady.
lady. You just said I'm a lady.
Ladies,
Some-
this,
Yeah.
this is Peter
Peter, I
talking, not PPRN as a
Right.
whole, just Peter.
PPRN, do the
Maybe
math.
you want to say
Peter Pinho.
Peter Pinho.
It is PPRN.
Maybe you want to say some ladies are pigs.
No.
He doesn't.
I just said ladies. I didn't say how many or how few. I'm just
No,
saying.
but yeah, but that's all
That's
inclusive.
like lumping them all together.
And
Oh,
where
so you guys don't like it, do you?
I will support you
I
on
don't do
that.
that to you.
You know what? This is one of the few times where I'm in support of.
Because me and
The
Mike
host.
have worked in maintenance.
Yes, we have.
I'm agreeing that the ladies' room is usually very disgusting, and I don't know why, because I do not contribute to that.
okay.
So where did you used to put your tampons when you used to wear them?
They have special containers for them.
Then
You wrap
use
them
them.
up.
They do.
I do.
You did.
I don't throw my shit on the floor, literally,
Disgusting.
or
God.
Disgusting
Some
women.
do, or they throw
I-
it in the toilet.
I don't even understand. I don't understand. I don't know what these women do in there, and I want to say maybe it's because a lot of women bring kids with them, but that's no excuse for the women's room at the bars because there's no little kids
There's no
there.
kids there.
Because
Yeah.
it's white girl drunk. That's the problem.
And they hover.
No, it's just
None of them sit on the seat.
But so what? Clean the seat up when you're done.
They don't. They just think about which guy was looking at them and who's
I-
hotter than they are.
I
and
can't
why
stand.
their girlfriend
I
wore the
can't
same
stand
dress.
people. who
Guys
don't
are
clean
pigs
up the
too. Because
seats.
how many times have I?
had to clean the seat before you could
No,
use it.
I've had to race because I couldn't hold my poop no more and sat in wet seats.
Yeah,
there's
that's
nothing
true.
worse.
That's true.
Or when you
Disgusting.
think one is clean and it's really not, and you sit down and
Oh, God. It's
and
the
it-
worst.
Yes, and,
That's
and
the
your ass and
worst.
your butt cheeks are all wet.
Yeah.
So do you let it sit there, or do you can't clean it?
Well, I'm thinking, I'm like, shit, like did the water come up? If that's
No.
somebody, like, I just don't know
Someone
what it is.
sprinkled.
Someone was too lazy to lift the seat up and just sprayed.
You know what I like a lot about bathrooms is when you got the toilet that does like the industrial flush.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're sitting on it and it flushes, you can
feel
feel
the
the
suction.
yes, the suction,
That's
and you
the
can feel the
worst.
water swirling, and it gives you like a bidet feeling.
That's the worst ever because
It
all
is
that
not.
bacteria in the toilet is just shooting up into your ass.
No,
Yes.
It's a proven fact.
You
She's
just
right.
shit in there, and now it's shooting up at you.
They recorded fecal like air plumes out of those that go up like 10 feet.
But you know what they say, actually? Like, they've tested surfaces in the bathrooms, and the cleanest surface is the toilet seat. Out of all of the areas that they've tested.
Then
That
go
means
lick it.
most asses are clean.
Go lick it then.
Well, no, because everybody concentrates so much
On
on
cleaning
everything
it.
else. No. Like, everybody touches everything else, so...
Oh my God, that
And the
whole
one thing they don't want to touch is the
I don't
toilet
understand
seat.
that whole sanitary thing. Like they put that bar on the door so you can open it, but they don't realize that some asshole's coming through the other side of it at full speed, and now your arm's stuck in a fucking bar. So you never seen the bar on the door?
No.
There's a bar where you can put your arm up and not use your hand to open the door.
Oh, God. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it goes like right here.
You never
Just
seen that?
open the fucking door.
That's what I
already.
said. They use a bar, so what happens is if someone's coming in and they don't know you're in there, your arm goes like this in this bar.
I
And it
never
breaks
thought
your
about
arm.
that.
And it
That's
breaks
pretty
your arm.
funny. I never thought about
You
that.
should have a broken arm for using it.
Or like these Dysons that you put your hand in and it gets air dried. So now what you're doing is spraying the germs airborne.
Right, exactly. That's why they say the toilet seat is the cleanest part.
I love
in the,
that thing,
in the
man. The way it
bathroom.
blow dries my hands.
Yes.
I love how people are worried about germs in the bathroom, but don't realize that the toilet paper is manufactured in a third world country
No.
that sits in a fucking skid for 3 months before it even hits your asshole.
Wait, man.
now you have all these fucking airborne germs from this third world country.
That
in there.
toilet paper's made in New Milford.
It's
Okay,
not.
third world country. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. New Milford. I was there Friday. Trust me, it's third world out there.
Oh, man. Inbred. It is definitely the North Vermont of Connecticut.
I worked there for 5 years. I know what you're talking about. Terrible.
I played softball there. They take it very serious. It's what they live for is their summer softball games.
And beer.
And beer. And making it with your
Well,
sister.
that was West Haven too. When I first
Hey.
when I first got married,
In 1902.
we lived on Sawmill Road in West Haven.
Oh, that's the bad part.
And I played.
It is not.
I played softball for a bar, and it was after the games you would go to the home team's bar.
Absolutely.
Okay. And
To
it
show
was
your
like,
support.
Oh yeah, and to get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they didn't bother you as much as they do now.
Right. And that's why they sponsored teams, because they knew twice a week everybody would be in there. Now you sponsor a team, nobody shows up at your bar.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
It
I
depends
do.
It depends on the bar.
But go ahead.
But no, that's all it was. It was just a good time. We got
Okay.
drunk as a skunk, and
Did you do coke?
no,
You
I was strictly a liquor person, a drinker.
Were there people doing coke on your team?
Yeah,
There was.
yeah,
Was it a coke bar?
no. It was just they were bringing it. And
Anybody ever leave a line on the toilet, back of the toilet seat?
No.
There? Or the,
they were
the tank?
They were knocking it off.
Did you ever snort a line off a toilet tank?
All the time.
They were doing it off the back of your hands.
That's what when you're in Waterbury and you go to and there's a toilet tank. The first thing you do is check the back of it when you got to piss to see if somebody left a line there.
Because my people aren't that smart. Like, if I had shit and I was sharing it with somebody, I'd be like, all right, wait by the door, and once I walk out, you walk in. And they didn't. They would get caught up into a conversation.
Right, and you have a line sitting there.
Somebody else would walk in afterwards, and now you're out of luck.
Right, right. And a guy like me walks in and goes, fuck, there's a line on the fucking tank.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have any money.
What are you looking at that for?
I never looked at it before.
You don't like pizza.
No, but they have other stuff.
You think about how disgusting cocaine is.
It's really not.
It is. It's disgusting. You take a well, of course my experiences go back to the 80s when it was really disgusting, I think. But I mean, they find out that people are like getting fucking nose disease from all the goddamn dirty money they're snorting coke with.
Oh, it's not from the chemicals that's going up there. No.
Absolutely, that too.
Well, that too. I mean, it's not. You don't get good cocaine anymore. Not safe cocaine.
You don't?
Now they're putting fentanyl in it.
Yeah.
Is that right?
They found a batch.
That's one of the things that's causing all the deaths.
They
Is that
found a
right?
batch in Waterbury that had fentanyl in it.
Yeah.
Didn't they bust those people?
I think so.
Yeah. They got arrested.
Well, what they've got to do is start charging them with the murders that they cause, like they did in Chicago.
Fentanyl's the new cut.
The fentanyl's been being cut out in Chicago back 6 years ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's what killed my son.
That's why I smoked it. Because
Really? It was traced back to fentanyl?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
to
that's
hear
why I
that.
smoked it, because if it was coke and you cooked it, it got rid of all the impurities.
I've heard
People
other
used
people
to
say
be
that
like,
they smoked it.
why do you smoke it? Well, let me put it this way. When you buy it, you don't know what you're putting up your nose. So when you cut it, when you put it in the spoon with the baking soda dissipates all the
He was
chemicals
shooting
and all
it,
the garbage. Yeah, that's different. It takes out all the bad stuff.
All the
what you're-
impurities.
All the impurities. So what you're getting is the actual coke. That's what turns hard. So if you put it on a spoon and it didn't come back, what they call it, then you knew it was bad.
No shit.
So the fentanyl would be
So actually,
like Eddie's people. That's how they,
cooking it was better for you.
Yes. If you're gonna do coke, you might as well smoke it. And everybody's like, "Oh, no." If I gave you a Reese's peanut butter cup, if I gave it to you whole or put it in a blender, at the end of the day, it's still a Reese's peanut butter cup. You just ate it slower.
Oh, God.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to make an analogy where
We almost went 3 hours without any of your analogies. We're doing so good, Pete.
Because your analogies just totally confuse us.
All right, so coke is coke.
Gotcha.
Whether you snort it or smoke it, it's still coke.
Well, yeah, when you shoot it,
It's still coke. It just goes to your brain faster.
But the fentanyl
Stays in there.
stays in there, and that's what gets you.
When you cook it, it does it. Everything goes. That's why the baking soda makes everything go away, and that's why that high is so.
Except for the coke and the fentanyl.
When you cook it, no, the fentanyl goes away.
No, it doesn't.
It does. Listen,
Come on, man. He's a professional.
I can chef that shit. Trust me, I can.
I never cooked it.
The
I never
difference-
shot it.
The
ever.
difference is when you smoke it, it goes to your brain faster and it leaves faster. When you snort it, people that do coke, when you snort it, what they love about it is the drip. So they can do a line, get high, and then 20 minutes later, and get some more. You know what I mean? Like that.
I thought
but
they
all you're
loved-
doing is getting the chemicals, the leftovers.
I thought they loved it because women take their shirts off and want more coke, and you get laid.
Back in the 80s, it was.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, that's
You
what
could
it
get
was.
laid if you had coke.
It was.
I never needed
They
it.
did lines off their dick. They did lines
All
off.
I had to do was make music, you know.
Right. No, I didn't have that. I had no
did.
musical ability whatsoever.
I did.
I ended up settling down at 24 anyways.
Back then, I wouldn't even drink when I was doing a gig.
I remember partying.
Now I drink all the time.
I remember partying so much that at one point I said, "Is this all there is? There's got to be something more to life than this." And my whole life changed on that night.
Okay.
And I
Because
started,
there is more than just
there is.
partying.
There's just a point when
Yeah.
you're 24 years old, 23 years old, and it's like for me, I'd been partying since I was 11. It's like, man, there's got to be more than this. This kind of is getting old. Did you ever have that moment, Eddie?
No, I didn't.
Eddie don't party.
I don't.
You didn't ever question yourself and what you were doing?
No, I've questioned myself, but not about partying, though.
I think Eddie's a closet partier. He just doesn't tell nobody.
No, I no.
Well, salsa dancing is partying. Come on now.
No.
That's what I
No,
never
that's
understood. Like when
constructive.
people used to be like, "Oh, last night I went out partying. Hey, what'd you do? Oh, we went dancing. We had dinner. Blah blah." That ain't partying.
Yeah, it is.
No. Partying is.
No,
oh,
no,
I
no,
went
no.
out, bought $200 worth of coke, drank all night.
No,
That's partying.
If there's no coke, it's not partying.
no.
When you woke up and you blew your whole paycheck, you knew you had a party, man.
Okay.
Your parties are different than my parties. Like that's how we would say. Like,
I'd play.
do you
4
want to
hours-
party tonight?
I'd play 4 hours of music, and that was partying.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
and then I got.
woohoo white girl party.
And then I get laid after it.
Oh, I got laid. I just had to pay for it.
Well, I never had to pay for it.
You kind of did with your
No,
music.
well, hey, no. I went home with money in the pocket.
At the end of the day, Why am I saying that? Bob's here. Okay, so at the end of anything, having
Who used to say that?
Bob Clark.
Oh, Clark. Yeah.
Like, isn't having a wife or a boyfriend like having a hooker?
What?
Not a hooker, but like a.
Is it the same concept? Money for love?
You kind of. It's just one's more expensive and takes longer. Because you got to buy dinner, you got to have a house with her, you got to make a life with her. Everything costs money.
You don't have to.
Yes, you do.
You don't have to.
The problem with being married is that, 3 years into it, you're not getting laid anymore. So, no, it's not the same.
Well,
At
yeah,
least with a
but
hooker,
Peter's
you're
not-
getting laid.
3 years in?
Ricky's not getting laid anymore anyway.
We've only been married a year.
Change that.
Barely. They just celebrated. It was like in September or something, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really had to think about calling you a bride in the song, but I just stretched poetic license.
It's a form of prostitution in a relationship.
Well,
No, it isn't.
life is nothing but a
Sure
form of
it is.
prostitution.
No.
So your job is a form of prostitution.
Why?
Because you're working for money.
The only thing that isn't prostitution for us is this show because we're not working for money.
That's right.
You get cupcakes.
We didn't show up expecting cupcakes. They just happened.
They happened. They were a bonus.
Yeah.
This is the only thing that isn't prostitution.
It's real
what we're
flattering
doing now.
when you go home and
Volunteer
there's-
No,
work.
most of the gigs I play are not.
It's real flattering when you go home and there's bakery baked on their counter. Oh, who's that for? Oh, the guys.
I said it for tonight.
I have never come home to a cake sitting on the counter just for us.
Oh my!
I'm never going to live this down.
I don't live down not fucking you all the time either. So,
But not just by me. You say it by yourself.
No, I haven't said it in months.
No, I say it a lot.
He does.
Yeah, it's not always me.
Could you unfold
cupcakes
your
for the
ear
guys.
from your headphone, please? That bothers me when it's like that. When he puts his headphones on, his ear folds over, and it's just looks
When
like
it
it's
comes to
uncomfortable.
sweets, Ricky's
She's
she's
sweet
ruthless.
Enough. She's sweet enough.
I worked 14 days straight on Sunday, and I had to go to New Haven at 8 o'clock at night to go get fucking cheesecake.
Whose idea was that?
Doesn't matter. You could have said, "I'll go get it, babe."
I said I'll go to Stop and Shop and get you something.
Dude, I've seen you have olive cravings at the most inappropriate time. It's like after the snowstorm, driving home, man. He's like, you know what? I want olives. Oh, and we're just glad to be back. And I still had another hour drive after that. He's like, I want olives. We end up in the bad part of town, fucking buying olives.
Oh, ShopRite.
ShopRite.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
And how many people were there?
You were here, weren't you?
No.
How many people were there at
That's right, she
12:30 at
wasn't.
night? At the 1 o'clock in the morning, it's like, oh my god, this place looks like it's like,
It was busy.
yeah.
But when you say cheesecake, you don't think of Stop and Shop.
I know.
She
but
didn't want to drive to
They
New
make
Haven.
good
That's the
cheesecake.
problem.
I didn't
They
want to
make
go to New
good
Haven by
cheesecake.
myself. I don't like Stop and Shop cheesecake.
Listen, they make amazing cheesecake, but this was an Italian bakery
I was a little
cheesecake.
disappointed.
Okay,
Oh, that's a little
Fangul.
different.
This was real cheesecake.
I was a little disappointed with my cheesecake.
Oh, why?
I don't know. It just
Wasn't cheesy enough.
I don't know.
Bob, this bakery looked like something from the fucking movie.
Godfathers.
Yes,
Not, wait, it was something out of.
they had
Night-
the wood. They had wood paneling. Okay, so this is a real bakery. Ricky has problems with real stuff.
No, I love real cheesecake. Are you kidding me? It's my favorite.
Oh, I thought it was a bad place.
It was fresh. That's the
Was it?
problem.
Yeah.
It was fresh.
No,
What
'Cause
did
I
you
ha-
like about it? That thing was amazing looking. It had its own town.
yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't the best cheesecake.
Oh my God! Why?
I don't know. It wasn't like.
How
that
can you not like
super-
something and not know why?
Can I? I'm trying to tell you. I feel like I can't hear myself.
I can hear you.
It wasn't like that thick, like stiff cheesecake. It was kind of mushy.
That was in New York.
No, New York has that thick, stiff cheesecake.
The stiff cheesecake is not real cheesecake.
You like it
Yes,
thick and
it
stiff?
is.
Yeah, it is.
She's trying to tell you, P. She likes
likes
it
it
fucking
thick
and
and
stiff,
stiff.
bro.
I know. I'm trying to tell her
Get
that
it
the real
together.
cheesecake isn't
Yes,
stiff.
it
That's
is.
no.
I believe you called her vagina loose, and she's looking for a thick
Regatta.
stiff.
The one that they make the regatta is the best. Like the New York one we got in New York for $5, that was the best. and that was soft. It wasn't that hard, like, you know when cheesecake is hard?
It should be dense. It should be thick. It shouldn't be fluffy like the Italian.
Read between the lines, Pete.
The Italian.
Then go somewhere else next fucking time. Here's my answer.
The Italian cheesecake
I
isn't
will.
as good.
I'll go to a different bakery.
Have this shit ready for me when I get home after 17 days of work.
I'm Italian.
Now it's 17.
Yeah.
It was 14.
I'm going to add 3 every
Okay,
time.
yeah. Pretty soon it's 20.
Sitting there candy crushing. Let's go get cheesecake.
Let's get cheesecake with topped with
Babe,
olives.
I know you're tired, but that's okay.
Well, you wanted to go get cheesecake.
That's okay. I know you're tired, but, you know.
I didn't want to go there by myself. I would have gone somewhere else.
You see,
Stop
if I
and
was,
shop.
You know, if I was in the basement, I would have went with her. You would have been like, Mike, go with her.
Stop and shop. There's just certain places you don't go for
No, I wouldn't have expected to get cheesecake from Stop and Shop. I would have got something else. I don't like their cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake Factory.
Let me tell you
has
something.
good
That bakery
cheesecake.
in the Little is amazing.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
liked it.
I like that one.
In Little Italy?
No,
yeah.
the one in New
York.
Haven.
Oh.
Okay.
It was a great. I had the pumpkin one. It was good. It was good. They made a pumpkin one. Oh, Bob, I didn't think so either because I'm not a big fan of anything flavored. But this was good.
There's some things that I
They use
enjoy.
real pumpkin.
Okay, there are some things I love a pumpkin beer. Okay, and I enjoy a pumpkin flavored coffee. But pumpkin flavored cheesecake
It was amazing. They used real pumpkin.
Pumpkin cheesecake is really good.
I like pumpkin pussy,
a
especially when you
little
cut the
extreme,
hole
Bob.
just right and you leave the seeds in.
My sister makes
is why
a
we get a
really
bad
good. My sister makes a pumpkin swirl cheesecake.
Oh,
That's
I'm the bad
really
rap
good.
now?
No, I said this is why we get a bad rep because you always throw in that fucking
Perverted shit?
perverted shit. Yeah.
Fucking a
I
pumpkin.
didn't say it was bad or good. I just said.
yeah, I think it's a little.
As far as I'm
perverted,
concerned, it's safe sex.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that's true.
When's the last time you caught VD from a pumpkin?
Listen, if you walk into a bakery and it has wood paneling,
If you got sloppy seconds,
that's a good bakery. Because that bitch has been there for years. Right or wrong? If you walk into a modern bakery, the walls are white and painted. No.
So longevity means that it's good.
Sally's Pizza. If you walked in there, you would thought you were in a '60s movie. Best pizza
Yeah.
ever.
They've never had to renovate, that's why, because the product was so
well,
good.
if
This
they did
bakery is right
renovate,
next
it would
door.
fall down.
This bakery is
building-
right next door. Like when you walk in, there's a bunch of old Italians sitting around having coffee.
Half of them are in the mob.
Probably.
I used to do that in Brooklyn, man. I used to go to
What bakery is open at 9:00 at night on Sunday?
a mob bakery.
A mob bakery.
In
And
Brooklyn.
you should have picked up some cannolis.
Should have.
In
They
Brooklyn,
did look good.
in Brooklyn, they had espresso bars,
Yeah.
and they were all the gangster hangouts. You'd go to the espresso, and of course they had Italian pastries, but it wasn't a bakery.
If you ever go to New Haven, Mike, at any time of the day or night, Little Italy looks like the White House because like all the ghetto surrounds it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never see anybody that's not from Little Italy on that road.
Right.
You could walk down that road. It's in New Haven. It's a bad part of New Haven too. You could walk down that road and not worry about anything.
Yeah, but I
Go
know,
outside of it.
man. Let me tell you, I knew a couple of gangsters from Bridgeport, Italian gangsters, and they ran auto body places.
Yeah.
And
Over
oh my God,
over by the drive-in theaters.
I can't tell you where,
I can.
but I do know this: that if anything ever happened, what they did to the people that committed the crime against them, they'd never call the cops, but they would order pizza so they could just beat them up longer.
Yeah.
And so there was nothing that happened. I mean, if somebody, the only people that would make the mistake are young kids that didn't know any better. And they would break in or something on these properties, and literally they would be taken to a basement and beaten for 3 days.
And I know Eddie. Who's our new sponsor?
Our new sponsor is Latin Rhythm Dance Studio, 1418 Barnum Avenue in Stratford, Connecticut. That's our new sponsor.
Yeah, that's all you can say.
That's it. That's all. That's what I'm going to say right now.
Do they have a website?
Yes.
They have a website, Facebook page.
Yes. Latin Rhythm Dance Studio. Everything. Latin Rhythm Dance Studio.
Mike, can you do this commercial tomorrow?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Tomorrow. We'll get it.
Yeah. I'll
We're going to do the commercial tomorrow.
I'll send you
All
the
right.
information for Latin Rhythm Dance Studio.
All I need is whatever lines I'm saying, and I'll be there.
And it'll be sexy.
Yes. Sexy.
He's so stupid.
Do you want my email?
Sure.
Don't, because he won't send it.
Okay.
He won't read it.
So
I'll read it.
He won't read it.
Just give me your number. I'll text you. Do you read text?
Latin Rhythm Dance Studio, one of Connecticut's premier salsa dance studios, specializing in modern style salsa lessons for adults and children, as well as bachata, hip hop, Latin fusion classes. Follow Latin Rhythm Dance Studio on Facebook and Instagram, or visit them at their website at www.latinrhythmstudio.com for more information and class schedule.
Slow down.
That is, that business is better than actually. I put it right there with septic tank pumping. You know why? It's always gonna be there. Latin people want to dance salsa. No, right?
Yes.
And you're always going to need your septic tank pumped. It's a business that even in bad economies.
Who the fuck is this?
I love this guy.
No, but if you think about it, it's like I'm not putting it on the same page as I am, but I'm not.
Fuck you.
I'm just saying that it is as needed as a septic tank being
I
pumped.
think he's moved to a Peter analogy.
Yes,
dude.
yeah.
Fuck you.
Well, I mean, with that being said, they've been around for 21 years now. So
That's cool.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, somehow that came out really bad.
Yes, it did.
But I didn't mean it that way at all.
I understand.
what?
So just do the reading tomorrow.
Backwoods redneck cracker.
It's because that dance will never, ever, ever die.
Yeah,
It's not like the twist, where everybody can twist, but there's no schools of twist.
Salsa really is part of the Latin dance style.
I know white girls want to dance.
That's competitive,
big time.
It's
Big
a
time.
highly competitive dance style.
Most are lesbians, but that doesn't matter.
Eddie, what'd you learn?
I learned that P is a chef. And I learned that if I ever want to take that
If you want to
road,
buy an ounce, I can.
listen. If I ever want to take that road, I'm all set. Like I have all the fucking directions I need. I need a spoon, but
Well, for your people, a jar.
Okay.
A jar, yeah.
So I mean, I'm all set. All I need is a reason to go that route, and then I should be all set. I don't really have a reason yet.
If you want to sell it,
Maybe after. No, I'm good. Maybe after. Maybe if my show doesn't do as well as I wanted to do, maybe I'll have to
sell it.
take that route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell it or smoke it.
Smoke it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
You could probably pull it off for about a year.
What, selling it or
Smoking it.
Oh, smoking it.
Selling it, you can always pull it off. Just don't let nobody after your house after 11. And don't let them come to your house.
Okay, thank you.
Man, that looks like a booger compared to opiates these days.
And don't sell on Sundays.
Okay.
I know dude's been doing it for 9 years, never got caught.
There you go.
Not because he didn't sell on Sundays.
Because he didn't sell on Sundays and he closed shop at 11.
Ah, okay.
Because he didn't have the fiends at 12:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yo.
Yo.
Look, I get a 40, I'll pay you Thursday. No, you won't. Get out of my house. After at 11 o'clock, if you call him at 10:59, he wouldn't answer. 11 o'clock.
That's like the liquor
That's
stores
it.
that
So
close at a quarter to 9.
You have to call him by 10 of 11. Otherwise, that's it. Because he knew it's 10 minutes in between.
Do I take everything? Like, do I take like coins and everything, or just like bills, big bills?
Never front. Never front to a
okay,
cokehead.
okay.
Never, ever front to a cokehead.
Okay.
Never.
What about money wise? Do I accept everything?
Or a bipolar
If
chick
he
on a
says
rent.
I got 30 and you getting 40s, then let him have it because you want a repeat customer. But if he got 20 and you're selling 40s, nah, bro, nah. I ain't.
Well, what if he has 20 and like fucking quarters and like a few nickels?
No. Because what happens is he gets that 40. Here's the problem. If they don't buy a whole bunch at once, they're going to come back. So if you sell him a 20, guess what? He's fiending. So now he's going to go do whatever he's got to do to get that money, and he's going to come back with a stack of pennies. So
That's money, though.
It doesn't matter. You got to go to the bank and cash that shit in, not him.
True.
Never take a check.
No checks?
No checks.
No checks.
Because they're no good. I mean, you could take a ZBT card.
Yeah.
So you got to check the balance, though, before he comes.
Dude, why are you running a radio station, man?
Well, now they can just text you the money, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can send you the money now.
Yeah.
And you can just, like, put it somewhere, like in the highway.
Or you can get a square.
Yeah.
Isn't that acid?
No, I can send you money, text you money. So
Yeah.
That's not how they're going to stay.
Get the cash app. Yeah.
No, me and Ricky can text each other money.
Yeah, you don't need a.
Just have a bank account. If you can send it with
with
Zelle.
Chase?
Yeah, Zelle.
We
Now.
have
Zelle?
we have Wells Fargo, but I think Chase has the same thing.
Yeah.
You go in, it says send money. You type in her phone number, and it's in her account within a second.
Okay, I used to use that.
I've got the same
Cash
thing
app.
with my.
Pretty soon you're going to be able to text syphilis when you're pissed at somebody. Fuck you! I'm giving you syphilis.
What else you learn?
That's all I got, man.
Bob, what'd you learn?
Well, I learned that I'm not sure that I want to send you out for cheesecake late at night.
Good.
Okay.
I just did 18 days in a row.
Not 20.
Not 20. Yeah.
No.
And I
only got one gig this week.
I understand that Ricky still has to wait 10 days to be
She
serviced.
got it the other day without even
to be
knowing she was
serviced.
getting it.
Well,
A day early, yeah.
yeah, my goodness.
I fooled her.
Ah.
I said, we're doing it on Thursday.
I
gave
saw
it to her
that.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw that.
I love the way you
saw
mix it
that.
up these days,
You were
man.
bragging. You were bragging.
You actually, I think you guys are actually have
Facebook.
more sex as you get on in your marriage than less, like most people.
Listen, once a week is fine.
No!
It is.
Ask Ricky.
Dude, 3 times a week minimum.
Wait till you put a ring on it. Good.
3 times a week
Wait
minimum.
till you put a ring on it.
Ricky.
Talk shit now.
Chime in here.
I've put rings on it before, not on this, but
All right.
I've,
And where is it now?
I've been there.
It's over. Right? It's over.
Ricky, you got to chime in here.
He already knows.
Okay.
You hear these marriages, they wait for 3-4 months. Anyways, what else, Bob?
I didn't get to do another song.
Oh, we talk too much. We talk too much.
You forget about me.
You could jump in and say, I want to do a song. Right?
And there was plenty of opportunity
Exactly.
to do that. You didn't drop any hints at all. We thought you were happy.
You're
just-
like Ricky in bed. You don't put your tits on my back and expect me to know what you want.
Exactly. Get them tits out, man.
I
And we
don't
know
have
you
them.
want a song if you
Yeah, you got to tell us.
Okay.
Otherwise,
You
we
got-
talk too much.
take your testicles out and wiggle them around. We know you want a song.
Or put your tits on my back.
Put your testicles on
I don't know that you'd enjoy that, Peter.
Good, my brother.
Peter's
For
back.
now.
Oh, shut up.
Hey,
I said, but you never
Go pick
know.
someone else something. What else would you learn, Mike?
I learned a couple of things tonight.
Here we go.
And the first thing I learned is that
Are you fucking kidding me?
no.
Your sensitivity.
It's always about me at the end, isn't it?
Well,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it is.
I mean, look at the wall behind you.
Your sensitivity is going to get you in trouble because it shows lack of confidence. And the last thing you lack is confidence, whether you know it or not. And another thing I learned was that Bob can, if we accuse Bob of being angry early in the show, that he loosens up right away and he's not angry because he's conscious of it. Because at the beginning of the show, man, didn't he appear that he was going to be
Just a little bit.
a little tight on us?
A little bit.
Okay, and that's all I learned. Was that not enough? Do you want more? I got it. I learned that Eddie can handle his zit well. Because if that was on my face, I'd be in the emergency room right now. But for him, it's just another day at the office, man. And I'm going to bring in a washcloth tomorrow night and have him wash his face. So that doesn't happen again to any of us. And I learned that Ricky is a saint. And that Ricky...
Oh, shut the fuck up. You don't live there. I put up with shit, too.
That Ricky will go
Why
out...
are you laughing?
Ricky will go out and get
Fuck.
cheesecake late at night.
No, Ricky will not go out and get cheesecake.
Only if
Ricky
it's...
will sit in the passenger side and let a comatose 20-day work week guy go get it.
20 days.
I've learned that...
What did I tell you?
I learned that the real reason why he's not a cokehead anymore is because he's working too much. So keep on working, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
Trust me, if I wanted to, I could find a way.
And I learned that I love Mike. And Mike's a good guy.
Mike every day?
No,
Mike
Mike Sacco, me. Talking
Oh,
about me.
Oh, God.
I also learned that I left the batteries in my freaking snowman so long that they got all corroded.
That was brought to you by Mancinelli. Always got to fix something.
I got nothing else to say.
Babe, what'd you learn?
I forgot what I learned during Mike's big speech over there.
Did it have something to do with a big, thick penis?
There's only us in the studio, and we're still late.
I know. I'm trying to remember what you compared to Reese's peanut butter cups, but
Putting it in a blender.
I said you can have a Reese's peanut butter cup whole or put it in a blender. It's still the same
right. But
thing.
what were you comparing it to?
To cooked Coke and smoked.
Yes.
Or Coke or
It's still
or
Coke.
shot up.
Comparing it
Coke
to.
is Coke.
Coke is Coke.
I couldn't remember what you were comparing it to. I
Reese's
was
are
trying to
Reese's and
remember.
Coke is Coke.
Thank you, Eddie.
See,
Someone
I
with
would
logic in
concentrate
there.
on the Reese's because I like
Of course,
sweet.
it says sweet.
That's it. I don't know what I learned.
I learned you can't send a picture of your wife from 2 years ago and have her not think it's me telling her she's fat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Lose weight, bitch.
Trouble.
It was a beautiful picture of you.
Yeah.
It was.
Do you have to lift the belly to get to the pussy yet?
No, it's getting there though.
Wait, so you sent her a picture? And
Of her 2 years ago.
why?
Because it was in our memories.
Oh, okay. And she got all touchy and shit?
She was real skinny, though.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't get mad at him. I just said I mentioned that I was skinny. That's all.
Oh.
Hey, we're getting old. It grows.
Old and gross.
You gained
Everything
weight.
grows.
You gained weight too, though.
I didn't say it. I was just going to say we hug now and we don't stand up straight.
Yeah, I gotta do something about it. It's so hard.
Can you lock your arms around her back?
We can still do that.
It's so,
Okay,
it's
then
so
you're
hard
good.
To lose weight,
As long as
though.
you can touch your hands around her back.
Listen,
I like to eat.
exactly. It's not
I
hard.
like food.
You put more energy into thinking that you need to lose weight than actually trying to do it.
Well, you know,
We can't go to the gym, Bob, and go to McDonald's.
Is your relationship built on what you used to look like
No.
or who
It has
you
nothing
are?
to do with our relationship. It has to do with me.
But I gotta
wanting
hear
to-
it every day. Oh my god, my pants don't fit.
It has to do with me and myself. It has nothing to do with him.
Here's Ricky. I need to lose weight. Can we go to the store and get ice cream?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
Ben
have
and
to
Jerry's.
admit, I was like, what the fuck? Like, your story, you started off, you said, oh, we went to the gym, and then we went to McDonald's, and I was like, wait, what?
That's what I'm saying. We can't. I'm not saying I'm right.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
but I'm gonna,
That was my point last week.
I live in a house with two people who talk about losing weight all the time,
and no,
Wait, Bob, this
and
is you?
they kill 2 bags of Hershey chocolates
Thank you.
every week.
Bob, you moved in?
No. This is my sister and her husband.
Ours was McDonald's, Eddie. Come on.
And it's like,
What's going on here?
If it was only Hershey's chocolate in their house.
No, but it has nothing to do with him. It has to do with me.
I understand that.
Yeah. I don't blame him for any of that, and I don't get mad at him.
Wow.
And being a husband, you can't say, yeah, babe, you did really, really look good 2 years ago. That's mean.
He just did.
You just said it.
I didn't. her, whatever she thinks her weight is, don't bother me. Whatever.
It bothers me. That's all.
Then do something.
I know.
Because all I'm going to hear is,
I'm
it
not-
bothers me, it bothers me. It bothers me, it bothers me.
What else did you learn?
It bothers me with a pan full of cupcakes.
Well, I'm not eating the whole pan, but okay.
I have 8
No.
and a half of it.
Yeah, he ate half of it.
I've put a decent dent in it, too. Thank you.
I had to.
Dodgers 2-1.
No way.
Oh, no, it's the Dodgers. I told you, Game 7.
Top of the 7th.
I didn't learn anything else. I'm tired. Don't forget, Bob's got his Monsters of Rock this weekend, right?
No. I've got the Elm City Music Fest this weekend.
PLR's going to be there.
I'll be at Elm City Social Club Friday night. I'm the opening act.
Elm City
at
Brew
8 o'clock.
Festival?
What?
Elm City Brew Festival?
No, Elm City Music Festival.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then on the 10th of November, I've got the Monsters of Rock.
Monsters.
And then he's going to announce his new show tomorrow. Mike's at the Palace.
Oh, but the Palace, we got a lot of stuff going on. I'll plug it more tomorrow night, but
No, you won't. You won't be here.
I'm here tomorrow night, late.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, late. Late. Okay.
You're coming here tomorrow night?
Yeah, I have to work till 7, so however long it takes me to get off work and get here.
Ricky, keep fingers crossed for Ricky. Maybe a new job coming.
Oh, hey.
Whoa.
And come see me Saturday, November 4th with Chaz and AJ in Stratford, the Vicky Soto 5K race. Rain or shine, road closures are at 9.
And that'll be in Lordship.
Kids Fun Run at 9:30 a.m. Opening ceremony is 9:55. The 5K runs at 10 a.m. There's activities for the kids. The benefit will go to the Vicky Soto Memorial Fund, who was a victim of the Newtown Massacre. The Vicky Soto Memorial Fund is established in honor of Vicky and the passion for her education. And Chaz and AJ will be in the house, along with myself and the street team show for PLR. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow here at PPRNradio.net. Don't forget to check your kids' candies. I know you guys are, I don't know, the parents right now are listening to our show fucking chomping on fucking Snickers right now or something.
Snort Coke. Yeah, snort Coke.
And let's pray for the victims of New York City.
Yes.
Don't blend your Reese's.
And don't blend your Reese's.
No.
And always have baking soda in the back of your refrigerator. If it doesn't help the smell, it's good for other things.
Yes.
And as we say, never sure everybody stay
black,
black,
y'all.
Good night.